Wonder when that got muted. Alrighty. Let's turn it. Yep. Whoa. Right. And then I'm happy that the new network is holding up. My normal. Right. Get started. Righty. Where the heck were we? Okay. Ah, fuck. Where was I? Oh, question one. Where have we got forces? There's the answer. Right. So we do have Anglois. Yeah, no, his force isn't complete, but will be relatively. Cavalry on the way down. No, we have a light infantry down. We're training too many forces. Don't need this guy. No, because he's going north. Yes, that's right. Okay. So he'll be finished relatively soon. Who's here? Garrison. These are forces transferring in and out. Yeah, that's right. He's nailed down for a little longer because we requisitioned one of his cavalry for Napoleon. Right. Okay, so who do I have where then? But no one in Dresden. Not necessary. Because we moved on to Berlin proper. We exempted that from tax. We have. All right, home for my folks. Fantastic stuff. How are the folks in Lucy? More importantly, how's you? I knew there was an army I was missing. This is Merchant, the replacement for Murat. Like the fucking idiot that he is, walked in front of cannon fire. He's at Pomerania. That's just fine. Pick me into manual labor. Yeah, it's a tricksy method of theirs. The old people. I must question why I have 2 units of line infantry just kind of hanging around. Oh, I remember they were the Hanover. The Hanover garrison. Kind of building material has been littered. Good shit. There's nothing wrong with a bit of work. So I believe we had a force in training. Yes, we do. This force, do we have a commander for it? Or were we waiting? I think we were waiting because... Willing to wait. Yeah, we've got no command. We've only got 1 slot left anyway. Oh, that means I should have 7 active armies on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. That's not your name. I remember distinctly the man we sent north. I remember distinctly what? That's not his name. Guido Cristofori? No, that's not him. I remember I sent that man back north because his name was bloody Bizzari. And that was hilarious. Whatever. We have an Italian general. We'll make peace with it. Yeah, he's on his way north and he's going to take over Paris. Or the force that's in Paris. Let's make sure these numbers are right. But yes, as long as you're right, Lucy, not to tucker it out from the manual shifting of the building material. What was the building material for, curiously enough? Is it for the... I remember you saying that you and your family have been building up that cabin for generations. Why has he got... So we've got 2 turns, and we've got what training here? We're lacking, moreover. Renovation of the home. Ah, good. We are lacking. Guard. Not 1 present. Get that train then. Need another one there. And general. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 line infantry. I've got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 in training. And the 8th is with the general on his way north. And then this will be the force that gets on the boat and begins solving the Scandinavian problem. If you don't do the opposite of relaxing, I have found that to be extremely common of elder men. They'll do just about anything other than relax. To be fair, I remember there was I think it was, I want to say a study, but too many people say that, oh, there was a study conducted, and it really wasn't. But I seem to remember the most common answer as to what age older people fucking exhausted send help. I've already opened it. Fuck. I was about to do the crack and be like, hey, I got an idea for you. I've already opened my... Go have a drink. Like water, coffee, whatever you like. Just get some fluid in you. That'll help you feel better. And to be fair, you're not far off veg now, so it's fine. All right. But yeah, so when older people were asked, you know, what age, if you could, would you return to? They all say 31, because it's when they all felt the most useful. And that seems to be a key point. They hate just lounging. Like, obviously not everyone, this is of course a pejorative thing, but people seem, if they've worked their whole lives, seem to hate the idea of just sitting around and letting everyone else do stuff for them. They need to do stuff for themselves to not feel like pieces of shit. There's something admirable in that. It's why you see, I know I got my uncle, his dad. He's an ex-Royal Marine. He's worked as a roofer literally all of his life. Guy's a hard-working guy, and if you saw him, he's built like a brick shithouse, and he's in his late 70s. Like, guy is huge and very healthy, but he won't stop working. Like, he'll do just about anything to do anything other than relax. And like I say, there is something admirable in that. Ask me to wreck something so expensive it's not worth repairing. Alright, so Napoleon's going to be out of action for at least the next turn. Because the battle for Berlin was huge. Mine wants to do stuff, but her body is failing. Yeah. Monsieur. I mean, hey, Vanna. You were free to lurk as you did. Just for turning up. Means the world. Fix a knee again. Yeah. Oui, monsieur. Such is the unfortunate reality of being mortal. Your body will eventually break on you. So if I'm just panning around the map randomly, fear not, I'm free to lurk. Am I free? Of course you are. But yes, yeah, no, it's the way of things, unfortunately. But you know, if they are not content to stand idle, then far be it for us to obey them from doing so. So this gentleman should have enough time to get back north and get to Oxford, which is, I believe, his intended destination. Do we have Magdeburg College and Graz College? But I believe I'm taking Graz College down. I am. Because Magdeburg College is a modern university. I believe it's, yeah, right there. So, I'd rather have that. But yes, so, my grandmother has umpteenth health problems, but is just will not sit still. I know my great-grandmother, God rest her soul, she was up and about all the way up until the third stroke finally finished her off, and she was 85, I want to say, 84, mid-80s. Yeah, so she just irrepressible, impossible to keep still. Paris A, the Supreme Court has finished, but we're some time off the others. Grandma's found the perfect loop for this problem. I have a house, clean it, when done, start again. Well, cleaning is the eternal job. We're never done cleaning. Oui, monsieur. Okay. Yeah, I promise I haven't been panning around randomly. I do, in fact, have an plan. But yes, I remember this fleet is docked there for the specific reason that this army is going through Italy. Fortunately, this army is going to be out of action for some time now. I suppose I could get it back north to Piedmont. That's at least my own territory. And that might get it to replenish a little faster. But once he's done, he's going to go for Naples. Just to hope that he can get all the way down to here. Now, we're going to probably liberate Naples. You know, if it's an option. And then with I don't care if I can liberate Sicily. I'm just going to take it because it's a strategically important island. Once we've done that, his next job will be to take this fleet and then go secure Sardinia. And then once he's done with that, that's really the Mediterranean secure now, at least until such a time as I feel it necessary to deal with Spain. Hey, commandos. Yeah, it's fine. She lives in the house by herself every day. She cleans a room. When she's done with the last room, she goes right back to the first. Literal Groundhog Day. Yes. And yearns for labor. We just yearn to be useful. I think it takes a very specific kind of breed to just have to be someone who literally sits around and does nothing. I mean, fuck me. I've done my best, and even I can't do it. Lord. I was just thinking, who am I going to transfer where? Because I, A, need to wipe out the Austrians. I, B, need to continue persecuting and finish the war against the Prussians, of which there are 3 left. So I've got really this area left to secure. That'll put us up against the Russian border. Once we're up against the Russian border, we're going to turn up, we're going to about face, and we're going to secure Greece and what bits of the Ottoman Empire we can reach, because apparently Anatolia doesn't exist. So once we're there, I've also got this army north is going to be taking care of the Scandinavian issues. That this is largely, I see Sweden has been wiped out. Hilarious. Russia migrating to Poland. Interesting. Well, he did have Germany. Keyword had. So yeah, we'll have a fleet come north and subjugate. I'm trying to remember. I think I'll take Copenhagen, but I'll puppet Norway, Sweden, and Finland. But by the look, it happens every few years. Then that fleet will be hanging around in the Baltic Sea, and the fleet will firstly deliver the army to Finland, and then secondly begin dealing with the Russian fleet. What little of it there might be. Same time, this army down here will aid in the invasion of Greece, and once we've done that, it will naval invade into... I'd say there's no cities here, so it will naval invade into Odessa. All the other land-based... I almost called them legions. All the other land-based armies will make their way across the Russian border the old-fashioned way. We will begin the crawl to Moscow because, holy shit, this is a lot of land. For example, look how much I can fit on this screen. Right, in fact, if I push it just a little, there it is. You can see Berlin, Venice, and Paris all on the same screen. If I pan over here, this is all Russia. It's huge. So that's going to take some time to navigate, just by virtue of the fact of how fucking big it is. But that's probably, I'm hoping, a spring 1809 project now. It's been pushed back by a year because, well, the war with... I was hoping to not have to persecute the war with Prussia in its entirety. But seeing as we're going to have to, I'm going to build in both the Scandinavian and Italian conquests into it. Look what I have done. My Greece again. Turkish ratified for NATO, by the way. I was just busy. Not only Rogdan has to sign a decree, but he said he would if the Parliament agreed, and this is the part where Parliament doesn't meet for about 1,000 years. Yeah. They just need kicking out, or at least threatening with a kick out. Because they're just standing in the way now. They're making it overtly obvious. They are just Putin's butt boys. Right, so things we did last time. We secured Pomerania. So that's largely that's the North German coast dealt with, except for Mecklenburg, which we're getting to. Parliament agreed 6 hours ago. Oh, I see what you mean. For fucking Turkey, a brain thought Parliament, Hungary, right? Fucking yeah, no. But yeah, no, that just means Rogdan. Parliament agreed he would sign the decree. Well, there he is then. So his Parliament has agreed he will sign the decree in a few hours. Fine. It's Rogdan. He'll get to it eventually. He's Turkish. You can't rush him. But yes. I'm going to say Turkey, Putin's butt boy, what? Well, they were certainly threatening to, but I think they've come in the other way now. Right, I was thinking. I'll probably transfer Napoleon south. Because I want him probably on this line here. About the shortest one I can find that goes straight to Moscow. So I'll cycle Napoleon back south again once these armies are freed. At which point I'll probably stick Napoleon here. And then these two armies will... Then these two armies will move on to Silesia. And we can begin persecuting the war in that direction. Paper's decision in Greek meters squared. Lord. Most probably, I would imagine. Right, in which case, there's only one battle left to fight, and it's Mecklenburg. There's going to be a big one. He hasn't built fortifications, and if I can get him to come to me, then I want him to. So we're going to dig in and hope that he comes for us. How long has he got? 4 now. 4. He's got a couple of months. Opposing dead means go for it. Were you asking for permission? Okay, let's see what he does. He has but one opening here. He did have a full stack in Silesia, but it appears to have buggered off. Probably deeper into Poland, I think. He's likely going to concentrate his defense around Warsaw. At least that's what I would do. Because he knows that I've got overwhelming force now. What? No. Trade with Russia? Are you mental? Yes, Italy are a ally for now, but we'll see how long that lasts. Because the thing that gives me anxiety is what happens if Spain...
Rioting has broken out in this region as the lower orders...
Really? Is if Spain and Italy suddenly decide they don't like me. As they are, I think, them combined with Portugal remain the last, like, non-aligned factions on the map. The workers' riot in Berlin, shocking. I got an agent, didn't I? He's in Saxony. Oh, yet another spy. Lovely. I'm going to start seeding Russia with them. I want you in the north first. First things first. You are going to be the Warsaw spy. Who else is where? Got 2 here. You're with Napoleon. Go on your way north. You continue moving toward Calais. I'm going to be a bit more studied with my money in a minute. Because, yeah, okay, that's what has completed. New roads, lovely. I imagine the US and Turkey going full sedate and land on Greece. We have good and bad news. Good news. Sweden will be in NATO. Sweden will be in NATO. Bad news. There's an incoming change regarding your border that is a sacrifice, but that's a sacrifice we're willing to make. Yo. I love Ace Combat. You're such a shitlord. Good lord. Right. Well, let's actually start economically developing Deutschland, seeing as we are now free to do so. In particular, let's get the new conquest done. Transfer forces where they need to be. As I don't believe, I think everything that I need militarily that needed to be queued has been queued. Where did he get to? He's still on the south coast. He's going to be a while, unfortunately. We got 2 line troops here ready to go. Good line troops too. Don't need these 2. That's a bit of money, not much, but some. They'll train to there, and then we've got 2 units on their way north. Good. Does he get any replenishment for just being in friendly territory? No, in which case I'm going to send him all the way back to Torino. Out on the bus and almost missed my stop. Whoa. That were close. But it's good, because you didn't, so it's fine. Can we recruit line troops? No, we can only recruit militia because it's not a barracks. Pain. So we now have these boys to transfer north into Napoleon's command. These are Napoleon's new cavalry, which will be present for him in but a turn. Yes, Berlin is rioting, but fine. We can deal with it. Mecklenburg chose not to sally forth. And that is just fine. If they want to be starved out, then they can be starved out, if that is their decision. Yes, we still got some damage to repair in Berlin. So then, where to maneuver our people? I think Marchand will remain on this northern stretch. Thinking about where I'm going to send people. To be fair, Pomerania is already basically pacified at this point. A couple of militia just to be safe. Let's push him forward and see what we can see in Danzig. Next to no Prussian force. Well, okay, then we'll invade it. Because what has he got built there? Just a tax office. It'll be money that we'll take out of his hands then. Less money, less men. And it will be one step of 3 on the road to wiping out Prussia. Does he at least get a replenishment bonus for being here? Doesn't look like it, which means next turn we'll probably march him back south. Right. Oh, at least Magdeburg can at least be working on passports. 23 turns. Yes. Because it hasn't got any gentlemen, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We deal with it time. Fortunately, there's no button to say stop researching the current item. Oh, wait, no. Found it. That's fine then. That will remain as is for the time being. In which case, I believe everybody is where they should be. So let's see if Mecklenburg decide to actually sally. Danish scout. I don't know where he's going, but I'll have to catch up with him in a minute because I've now got far too many spies. I'm losing track of them. I feel like the KGB. Be off to. Yeah, like he's training literally all the forces he can wherever he can. So taking Danzig out of his hands will limit that ambition somewhat. Oh, it would appear that Denmark is at war with Russia. Well, good. Matter what I posted. Yeah, does that. I haven't actually looked at it. But he will often take the opportunity to be mad about something. Because that's our Justin. He is our captive Greek.
Always act quick.
Fuck off. Rebellion in Brandenburg. What's that? Oh, what do you mean? I mean, it's not quite the colossal pain in the ass that was the British Rebellion. It's not going to require a complete re-invasion. I can just squish it. Yep. Probably because the unrest in Berlin was a lot less than it was in London when it did rebel. I think that's the directly proportional thing. Also, hi, Justin. Okay. Right. So you've upset Commandos now. He thought he generally managed to get you. Apologise. You got the boys' hopes up. Oh, there's the other force. Huh. Noted. Well, this force has waved off. So, I mean, Napoleon's still got some movement allowance. Fire him there. Oh, he didn't give battle.
Votre
Okay, then.
serviteur. Tenez-vous prêt.
No, he will give battle. It is not his decision.
Préparez-vous. Monsieur.
North.
Prêt.
This does unfortunately mean Brandenburg is without governance for the next turn, but deal with it. I seem to remember... Ah, yes, Napoleon's spy is still in Brandenburg. I don't know if you noticed that he reacted with the Tunisian flag. I know, but it's just more fun to not correct him at this point. Have Justin call you Twitch ban terms. You Twitch ban terms. Well, and then I will have my opportunity. Exactly. I believe in you, command. Literally. Someday. Okay, let's have a look. Who is... Why was I training Vulgars in Brandenburg?
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres.
Oh. Oh, they would have been immediately integrated into Napoleon's army. Look at me having 4-4. That's the last bits for that army. All black and Spanish.
Monsieur.
Justin, you can't say that like you've made use of literally every evasion of that term as you possibly could. That's it. Cease with immediate effect. I haven't. You have. Shut up. Have some self-awareness. Don't piss on my back and call it rain. I know precisely. I know. Shut up. Which there are so many banned terms. Accurate. Shut up. I don't use black people as an insult. So what was? So you're telling me you're telling me that you like the month of you straight up calling everybody and everyone and everything a zigger at every opportunity was not simply an evasion? Because I think you're lying, mate. So shut your noise. Be honest. That is black. It is. It isn't what you think it is. You're not saying it because of what you're claiming. Shut up. Be honest with yourself. That's worse, though. If anything, I should ban you for that. God, you're easy to taunt. Joyous. Anyway. No, it isn't. It isn't. Yes, it is. It's way worse. Lord. Right, in which case we're gonna march this guy back south. What's up? Oh, it's a trade route. Oh, didn't know you could raid land-based trade routes. Makes sense, but oh well. It's nationalism, the better subcategory, literally. I have some business to attend to after. Right. I'm just panning around thinking about what else I can do before I commit to military action. A couple of trading ports I could stand to be increased. Marginale. French.
Oui, monsieur.
But
En avant.
we can at least get this unit of line infantry into Brandenburg. Won't offset them most, unfortunately. But what we can do... I'm often just reading the second part of the name. I often forget to read the first. Oh wait, yeah, no, that's fine in this particular context. Right, move the Warsaw spy to where he should be. Where are you going, sir? Oh, so you're going to be the Austria spy. Cool. Oh, look, what's he marshalling? He's not succeeded in marshalling a full army, though I seem to remember him having one, and that worries me greatly. Either way, roll him on. And we're going to occupy Danzig with no resistance. Pretty good. Oh, he's got 4. I know I consistently forget to count stuff. Right, so he's headed back north. The risk here is that this army is in range of Mecklenburg. So I might actually just go in for Mecklenburg. Oh, apparently I can just get away with this. Hang on. Fine. It's German territory, so I'm occupying it. Destroyed, I'm fully aware. Right, and that puts me in a defensive position. Oh, that wiped out Mecklenburg, which wiped out the other stack. Banging. But I totally planned that. Shut up. Let's have a look then. Right, with Mecklenburg secure, we can divert him back east. He will link up with Bern. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Massana will link up with Bernadotte and go for Silesia. I just need to forget your name, sir. Mashon will remain in Danzig for now. I'll have him scout Königsberg in a bit.
Monsieur?
I feel like I've misplaced an army. Yeah, 6-7. No. Napoleon. To be fair, next turn we'll have the militia required to cow Berlin proper. This isn't going down just yet, unfortunately. Do we at least get crackdown? Yeah, military crackdown. But we'll keep training militia in Berlin until such a time as is possible to leave it. Yes, Massana and Bernadotte will also the same shit quality, but more extremist. Leave a follow. Fuck off. Go and leave a follow for Tavar. At least leave a follow for me. Jesus. Middleman's fee at the very least. Right, so we're waiting for one more cavalry. In which case, depending on how the public order in Brandenburg looks next turn, I can divert Napoleon south. So I swear to God, man. I swear to God. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. You can have that. You can have that shout out. You are more than welcome. I am a generous man. I think in that case, we are largely assembled.
Oui, monsieur.
Everybody
Prêt à recevoir
who
vos
has
ordres?
moved this turn. I'm eternally paranoid I've missed something. Ah, yes, he's on his way to Britain. See what they do. Okay, it looks like Austria have, at long last, remembered that they are an active combatant in this fight. Prussia have managed to constitute a full army. They're not far from constituting a second. But both are sending out raiding parties now. Just to be shitbags. And the Danish war will continue in just a moment. Get to the Ottomans in time. Did you went yeehaw in this bitch? Hell yeah. Agent assassinated. Oh. Wasn't nice. Steamship propulsion. Oh, cool. Soul for a soul. I lost one, I gained one. You can go hang around near there, I think. Raid. Couple of places. What kind of force is this? Pathetic. Go squish. You mean defeat? It's literally half your size. Don't make me chase you down. He's gonna make me chase him down. Because I can't, otherwise I'll leave Vienna open. He actually took the battle. And round. Deal with that. Right, how is public order here? Stabilized. And Napoleon is back to where he should be, so we can begin. We'll send him back south. If I move him out of Mecklenburg, it is in revolt, but not for very long. Oop. Oh. So let's start moving Massana and Bernadotte into the south, seeing as our enemies have finally, at long last, decided to be aggressive. So we can actually begin moving things. Right, remind me what the hell this does. Enable steam paddle frigates. But the screw propeller is what we need in order to get the ironclads and controls. Workers striking Brandenburg. Well, give it a minute. For safety reasons, I'll have a couple more militia there. Well, we finished. Reno's now bigger. Give me more money. Engineer school in Paris, which gives me access to... Oh, I only get one, huh? Okay. Well, very well trained artillery is the answer. But I'll train up the ground battery and I'll send it forward to Napoleon's position. And it will get to him when it gets to him. Looking around, making sure all the trade nodes that can be occupied are. So far it looks like they all are. Yeah, okay. In which case, Königsberg doesn't have a terribly large force in it. Right, grab you. First things first, repel threats are based on this game? On. Meaning. That repaired. Sana can advance to the bridge. So Bernadotte can occupy. Where is this? Östrin. In which case, right, Napoleon's making his way south. Anglois is there. I'm sure they are, but they're also very, very late game machines, so I would expect them to be very powerful. Right, I'm expecting the roads in Russia to suck, so it's going to be fun to deal with. Well, everything else, well, there's plenty of things that want sonic lodges. Then repaired. In which case, yeah, just continue investing. Ironclads, iron. Speaking of iron, iron harvest is still ongoing. I'm fully aware. But I'm kind of tackling projects down one at a time at this point. To be fair, I'm going to need something to fill the gap. I kind of can't until Mans gets money. Which, if our suspicions are correct, will happen in the next month. Which is rather annoying. I wish they had told me that they were planning to introduce everybody into my new place of work in the next month, but oh well. Suppose I shouldn't bitch about it too much. But yeah, as soon as I have the money to actually buy the DLC, I shall quite happily get on with it. Yep. Right, as for everything else then, Bernadotte has moved into position. And him and Masana both want at least another turn of replenishment. I will miss the neat arc. Why? I think I've actually streamed less on average during the neat arc than I did during the employed arc. And I've said this constantly. I genuinely believe that that the quality of streams will improve when I'm in work. If nothing else, because mentality. Humans are weird creatures. But that would imply I was homeless. Right, first things first. Let's get this army on the move. Are you fucking serious? Do I have to move the agent out? No, you're just short of movement. Fuck's sake. Out you get. You're off to Oxford. And then this army is prepared and ready to move. I've yearned to be useful for 4 months now. Right. Who command whilst on land? Okay. In which case, I think we're okay. Goes to the first great disappearance arc. Oh. That one. Yeah, I remember that one. So Virgin buggered up my internet and we're like, oh, sorry, we ain't giving you shit, so bye. And it took us like nearly a month to get the internet back up and running. This I expected, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. That should run me back to Vienna. And yeah, he's not willing to challenge Vienna. That's fine. That actually, I think that might actually get me a tick of replenishment. I'm honestly considering not even bothering. One Piece's time skip, a little bit, yeah. I'm honestly considering not even bothering dealing with those small stacks you sent to my territory. Yeah, they'll be raiding and it'll be a pain in the ass, but I'd rather just go wipe out Austria. Like, you actually get my... You did. Oh, well. Once again, I've got so many spy recruitment areas that the moment one dies, another one gets recruited. Right, Napoleon's there. To be fair, probably the way I want to structure this, I'm fine to send my Senate off this way. Oh God, right. But they're good at running in the exact direction that causes me the most headaches. Bishop. Yep. I'm off that way. That's right, fucking Württemberg is... Oh, they're still an ally. Yeah, I subjugated the Swiss. Because they were taken over. Gave me the opportunity I needed. Keep improving places. You don't need to be a cantonment. Same with you. You don't need to be a cantonment. You can go there. They will... These two... We are drawing taxes from Mecklenburg, but not from Brandenburg, because if we do, people are actually fine with it. Fantastic. Means won't know what hit them. Right. You there. And then in there. Cool. Then you're off that way. To bring the Danish to heel. Come on. Like in Mecklenburg. Tell me something I don't know. Lots of militia and the cuirassiers. Right. And yeah, because he attacked me and I retreated, I got a tick of replenishment, meaning Anglois' army is quite well together now. Well, Napoleon's there. Napoleon will push them out of Olmütz. I think I actually seize the initiative and assault this army. Because if Massana's there, I'm going to push Bernadotte to here and keep Russia and Austria from pushing further armies along this route. I believe that is the play. If it isn't, it's the one I'm making, so shut up. I'm in charge. Oh, we'll send a technician in the next 3 to 5 weeks. 5 minutes later. Oh, never mind. It was someone in the area anyway. Better pray your home because this your shit's getting fixed, bitch. And yes, this is how it went 10 times in a row. Oh, yeah. Getting good customer service, like it or not. Well, yeah. A lot of bosses would say that's the way it should be. Shit like this worries me. He's got random fucking navies out here. Not my experience with Telecom. Well, yeah. You're in one of the puppet regions. Listen, you can't say EU. You don't even have internet. Sod off. You're currently communicating via smoke signal, and your messages are being transcribed, by a Morse code operator somewhere in the Swiss Alps. Shut it. Lord. There. Danzig can stand being left. Though I don't have the money for a militia, it's on fine. You're going to go put Königsberg under siege. Apparently you can win that fight very easily because it's 96% militia. Mine in that case. And, oh, would you look at that? It's even got a drill school, meaning my replenishment's going to be very nice. Oh, no, stop that. Never did end up getting internet. That's a good sign. You're just screaming up the mountain and the Swiss Guard Mountain's riding it down. Anyway. Well, yeah, my internet is allegedly good. Well, to be fair, my internet was already a half gigabit, and though this is nicer, you know, it's kind of a, once you've got your first billion, the second billion doesn't quite hit as hard. I don't need to send over there. You can already see all the way to Budapest, so I'm going to send you that way. Oh, genuine. Yourself safe. Shut up, you. It is odd. No, I will say. I haven't tried to download something yet. I will want to test that in a bit. My problem with the internet is with the apartment not with the provider. Well, yeah, that is true. You know, so your signal for you have signal fidelity issues, not necessarily broadband fidelity issues. Such is. I mean, personally, I'm just happy to be off of the Virgin network because for a long time, Virgin have monopolized the fiber network in this country, and it's a part of shit. Is that Graz? No, it was gone to gone. So, even with four gentlemen in Orléans, it's still taking only 6 turns less than it's taking Magdeburg to do passports, so it's just 20% packet losses. Ow. Disgusting. Also, I've got a new kind of Wi-Fi which I didn't know existed. Fuck are you going? Oh, I think I sent you there. I have so many spies, I've not even got them all. Literally the one place where fucking 40 didn't reach. What change? You got a coal burner.
Oui, monsieur.
And I end up panning around the map for way too long because I'm so paranoid I've missed something. Even though, you know, the beauty of it is you click where you want to send things, generally they will get there. I think that's everything I wanted to move. Yeah, I think every army has advanced forward in their turn. I'm curious what he hopes to do with this army. He's sending his full army where I've got most of my force concentrated. And, okay, the Prussians have advanced on me, so I will take the battle. Karl zu Mecklenburg. That's not who that is. Oh, no, that's the attacker, forehead. He's attacked me, you fucking idiot. Right. So, what do you mean? This is Bernadotte.
Some cavalry in reserve in the center gives you flexibility. As the battle takes shape, you can move them quickly to where they're needed.
Is why I generally put them there. Oh, well, this is a very nice setup. Because it's what I get for being the defender. This forest in the middle really cheeses me. Alright, where to put stuff then? I think I will do the recessed line with cannons in the front for access to canister shot. Are reasonably lined up. Bernadotte goes back there. Chasseurs on the side. How much cavalry does he have? Much, to be fair. In fact, he doesn't seem to have any, so I can actually send my cavalry around the sides and start fucking with them. Joyous. Scottish Highlands a better connection than Hanover. It is real. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. What a woman. That's what you're asking. How is that even close to what they were asking? Shut up. Oh, yes, there it is. It's Bernadotte, so he's only got one actual unit of guards. I'll pop them there. One unit of Volgeurs either side. We won't trigger light infantry just yet. Let them stand nearby because they're going to deploy the anti-flanking stakes. And yeah, it makes sense because, to be fair, that one's a weird case, Tavar, because the Scottish Highlands have for a very long time been the testing ground for any British infrastructure project, because basically if it goes wrong and drags into the mud... Moment, please. Oh, hello, we still good? Yeah, I'm still broadcasting. That was odd. Sorry, my chat it just went to connecting to chat, and it worried me that something had died, and it has not. So, grandiose, you're all still here. Hi. But yeah, basically, if anything, any infrastructure project runs out, goes massively over budget and starts causing problems, they generally do it in the Scottish Highlands first because, you know, fuck those guys. There. The only affected would be an old man, precisely. And even then, even if it is just an old man, Justin, he's Scottish. Who cares? For legal purposes, the proceeding was a joke. They say if we break down the Nordic roots of Hanover, handpad over internet. Source, I made it the fuck up. You're all shit lords and I love you.
Farms and outbuildings provide good cover.
That's cute if you think I'm using farms and outbuildings. No. Right, let's move the cavalry into flanking positions. One hand. I'm not going to bother advancing firing it because it's pointless. Go to light infantry behavior and hang there. We can run through the stakes and be fine. That was potentially quite dangerous. Okay, so yeah, do the same. Yeah. Guards in the middle as reserve. Well, the reason, like what you said, he's in Britain. If you're Scottish, take offence. Go and do nothing referendum. Well, if it makes you feel any better. Not that you'll pass this one either. Leaving Britain is silly and you know it. Anyway. He's firing for the enemy guns. I think he is. Well, seeing as it's an opening barrage,
victory, sir.
we'll give them barrage. Silly, you know? Yeah, it is, and I've railed against it literally every opportunity I've had, if any of you have been paying attention. Lord. You're personally the one you voted leave? Fuck off, the lot of you. You're trying to get a rise out of me and it's working. Shut up. It would appear that the German guns, unlike all other guns I have witnessed up until now, don't suck. They are actually capable of getting multiple shots on target. Would you look at that? So if everything, well, at least we're actually, to be fair, we're being very based at the moment with the Houthis. I realise this is just a temporary state of affairs, but at least let me enjoy it whilst it exists. That's 2 units of infantry going around the side. Unit of force. He hasn't flanked the side though, that's fine. Okay, that counter shot's going off. Infantry, the infantry have begun firing. Okay, seeing as I have the benefit of canister shot, we should win this. Look at that, I'm just shredding entire sections of the enemy line. Beautiful, and he's running his general right behind, so I'm sure that's going to help him out. I think he's going for the full flank, Jesus. He's left his cannons unguarded, so let's go get that.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Is he really? Going. I mean, if he's content to just not have his infantry in the fight, then cool. Give them the second bombardment just to make sure the cannons are firing as frequently as is possible. This line's about to leave. Or it can't take much more punishment. Just because the guns really do need to focus on other areas. I mean, to be fair, at least they're hitting units that are closest to them. I do wonder what the hell they're doing. That unit dealt with. Go get the other cannons. Oh, God damn it. I'm dealing with it. I am in the middle of a battle, sir. I will deal with your childish chiding in but a moment. Okay, there we go. We actually got some infantry units that are breaking and running. Luckily, the middle is the center is where most of the enemy force is being concentrated. He has actually diverted his forces around. That is just fine by me. Goes back north. But they're running, for the love of God. So they've just broken, but they will be back. The great columns of smoke from this fight are just glorious. Love it. Yeah, this is why I fucking play Total War. The spectacle of it all is just glorious. Back him off as well.
Our men are running, sir.
Be one of the central lines, I think. Oh, it's one on the end. Oh, I guess I know where I'm sending the guards then. Get them out this way quick as I can. Back this unit up. I have distracted entire columns of his infantry, so... Not just I am glancing over at chat. I will catch up in just a moment. Here they come. Get them out that way. Get to move on, gentlemen. I see the Prussians have gone into their standard configuration of I'm scared, please form a square with me. I'm going to go back to ball. Are those fucking firing already? Jesus. Oh, long range. This unit's going to advance to there. This unit's going to advance to here. These are 3 Prussian infantry units that are just absolutely running my fade. What's going on? There's light foot, light foot, light foot. Units are just getting chewed up. I'm actually going to have to pull the whole other line off. Go munch that whilst we've got the opportunity. Goes around as well. You guys actually firing? No. Why are you facing the wrong way? Please get a move on. He's got some stuff in the back line, but not a terrible amount. These guns are now unguarded. Let's go get them. That line's now buggered off. And there. As this line gets into position, send them out to this unit here. Guys, back off. Move these guys into firing range, like so. The problem is we're in enemy territory. Bernadotte will not have a turn of replenishment. What happened to Blucher? I think he's wounded, and he's probably back in Warsaw by my reckon. I don't think I killed him.
Our men are running, sir.
I was expecting them to do that. They are quite hurt. So I'm going to have to pull... One is curious as to... I guess the Prussians must get some of the best infantry then. Because they seem longer range and very accurate. Like, terrifying. Look at this. Look how far that is. Oh, he's only got 3 units of infantry left. What happened to his commander? And that unit's been driven off. Send them out that way. Oh, whilst we've got the cannons, let's use them to fill in these other units out on the field. Are they within canister? They are.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
I mean, really? That one's shredded. There we go. I think that's at long last a fucking break. Bernadotte's gonna have to retreat into friendly territory. This was a costly battle. So I'll have to look into what the Prussian infantry's like, because that was fairly mental. They seemed longer range and much more accurate than we were. So it is possible he was using light infantry rather than line infantry. So that might be why. Campaign for it. I think the way I'm going to run it, once I've done a campaign in one game of Total War, I will. So the next one, the only game that won't be available will be the same game. And by Christ, man, yes.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources.
Good, we're back to that. Oh, Moreau. Right. Mines. Stuff. Lots of German mines. Lovely. All your mineral wealth belong to me. Well, no one's going to get that joke. No one here old enough. Heavy karaoke stream is just Skibidi Toilet. Literally, it's only Skibidi Toilet for like 3 hours. Have you? Send him there, because then he's in Brandenburg. That gives him big replenishment boost. He's really older than you? Yeah, but I doubt he was in the same circle to know they set us up the bomb. Exactly. We are talking like nth tier nerd shit now. All your base are belong to us. You know where that came from? I'm not going to give them the option of surrender. I'm just going to eat them. Have you? Right? Wasn't it a Star Wars game? No. It was not. It is. Yeah. Well, whenever you hear Sash, you realize she voted Remain. I hate you. Fuck off. Like, they're teasing me about Brexit and it's working. Remember something about space? To be honest with you, I don't quite remember myself now. It's been so long. My brain says Wing Commander, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. And oh, Austria took the fight. Oh, touches then. Oh, 2 Johans, huh? Okay. Well, now you're just lying, so... I'm not even going to give you the time of day if you're just going to lie. Luckily, one of Napoleon's cannons is quite low rank, so I know which one I can get rid of. Zeroing. There you go. That's why I was thinking. If you exit on you. Britain has voted leave. Lol, says John Brexit. Lamau. Right, so we're going to go with a bit more of a forward formation, seeing as we have been gifted this very, very nice firing platform. Nope, come in. So that's better. For other forces. But, right. So these are just slightly nicer line infantry. Very good. If I remember correctly, I think France gets very nice cannons. Britain has very nice cavalry and navy. But at least they do until they get to the fucking household cavalry. Everything before then friggin' sucks, dude. I think the Prussians get the best infantry. Fuck knows what the Austrians are about. I don't remember what everyone gets now. Like today. We cry every Tim, literally. Phone moment. Dude, we got a mobile user here. Confirmed mobile user. Can't afford a keyboard. There's a bit more. And cavalry. Does he actually have cavalry? Okay, the Austrians at least have cavalry. Uhlans. Several years. They've actually got a fair bit of cavalry. Some guns. Not sure cuirassiers can hide. Sure can't. Cool. Send them over this way. Sweden outlawed horses. What, entirely? Well, to be fair, they are frightening creatures. Cavalry too. Also, I think infantry because Bavarian Guard, or is that another? I think that's another game. I think you do get different ones. I think like these German Fusiliers. I think they're just their baseline infantry. They do get like Hungarian stuff, and I know Hungarian infantry isn't very accurate, but it is fantastic in melee. And if I remember correctly, the Russians have fast artillery, and their infantry is outrageously cheap. Yeah, Austria's cav. There you go then. They got 12 inches. Yeah, they've got 12-pounder guns. Yeah, every gun they've got to 12-pounder. Shit. They are just as long range as we are. I mean, we will need to deal with these cav. I mean, he's weighted in formation one side. Run the horses to the other side. Bearing grenadiers. Yes. Are his cannons in range? No, they are not. Probably strategically so. We are taking chunks out of his formation. Yeah, I at least put them in order. And we have lancers on the move. Retreat the cav behind the line in that case. Yeah, the Bulgars. No. I mean, they're currently taking an absolute battering from our battery. To wait for our cavalry to practice osmosis through the infantry line. Yeah, osmosis has been carried out. There, and an Austrian cavalry unit has been shredded. Very good. don't know how we managed to bait that out, but we did, so glorious.
Cuirassier, garde à vous.
Luckily, my cannons are now quite accurate thanks to all the research I've done, so we are taking chunks out of the enemy line at good speed. Unfortunately, I think they're doing the same to our guard. If nothing else, we'll at least be giving the Austrian army a free supply of haircuts. Curious, I managed to bait out one of his cavalry units. That was odd. Pestilence and Cuirassiers along with strong infantry unit, that being the Hungarian Guard. Oh, okay then. Makes sense. Grenadiers also Hungarian. So basically anything Hungarian is a worry then. I assume you're talking about some form of German television I'm too English to understand. Cost me guns, yeah, he has. It's cost me a few, actually. Yes, does get reinforcements, because he did have another army in the region. Currently having a think about what to do about his cannons. Luckily, only half of his cannons are actually within firing position, actually in a good firing position. So I'm going to move my cannons up. Have them go after his, I think. See if we can't fit them there. So put them there. Get them moving. Oh, he's got some lancers. The artillery is behind that. He's guarding his other artillery jealously. With plenty of cavalry of his, plenty of other cavalry. Just being reinforced with the general staff. So if we get the charge off, we should be able to brute force our way through this. Nothing else. I'm giving some paranoia with my cavalry behind him. I'll pass on. In my honor, I shall endeavour to do so. That is it. I'm a star. Oh god, that could be one of any number of talent, quote unquote talent shows. There they go. It's probably a rebranding thing, because it won't be Britain's Got Talent. It will be oh, if it's anything, it's probably X Factor. I told both units to engage, assholes. I'm a celebrity. Oh, really? Oh, God. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Yeah, so it's the one where we dump a bunch of celebs in the jungle for like a couple of months and have them struggle so us common folk may laugh at their terrible time. It's amazing. With extremely lowbrow television, but that is kind of what it's designed for. And they are ready. Look at this one. Oh. One of its carriages isn't
A
positioned.
glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
I've done the thing I should never do, and I lost track of my cavalry. I was busy focusing on something else. He is now moving his entire line forward. Fucking grandiose, right. Now I have to get the fucking artillery back. Fucking serious.
Monsieur!
Most experienced cannon unit, and they've got the worst baggage train. Holy shit.
Monsieur!
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
In chase by surrenders. That is acceptable. He's seriously backing off.
Lancez des ordres!
Right, in which case we're adjusting the line. Not committing to battle, so I'm just not gonna have. I'm just not gonna deal with it in that case. Unit there. More guns here. Threatening that cavalry. Units are too close together. Why that unit proceed in that direction? There'll be an infantry unit somewhere behind here that isn't in the correct group, so that's fine then. Move him there. Please come up out and start shooting, please. Good. Well, that's at least another enemy cavalry unit dealt with. He's now got an infantry unit chasing me. He's going to move on. Time is in fact of the essence. Napoleon is safely. Could be. There. These guys are safe to deploy. Battle is scuffed. I think it drove the Germans to desperation, and now they're actually offering a reasonable resistance. They're actually chasing me with Grenzers. That's a light infantry. Said that I feel like that's a lie. Disturbingly low on guns. But everyone's at least, yeah, they're all in range of the enemy guns. That is primarily what I'm concerned about. If I concentrate my fire, I should be able to counter battery him. He's got 7 guns and I've got 8. I've got 12 still, but that's still 25% loss of guns, and that's quite bad. And I've integrated them into the line, so I'll win the upcoming infantry fight, hopefully. He is mercilessly chasing down my cavalry, holy shit. We're down to 25% of their number. Okay, we whacked another one of its guns at least. That helps. I mean, at least now we're firing for his guns. There's also the added bonus that any shots that miss his guns may well hit his general. Which is always handy. Like so. And naturally, we'll switch over to canister once his infantry are within range. Enemy cannon coming into the field. Just fine by me. But he's also advancing past his own guns, so we can get the cavalry back to where they should be. So we've got 2 more there. So his guns are now down to 50%. Good, good. Indeed. I'm just letting them be twats. If it gets much more venomous, I'll deal with it. Yeah, like that. Now quit it, Justin. Backing off again. Ricky, don't fucking repeat back to him, otherwise you'll be getting a timeout as well. You'll have order, I swear to God.
Sir!
What is he doing with his lines? He threatens an advance and then he backs off. Cut them off now. I mean, he's only got this one artillery unit actually in position. He's down to 3. He's down to half. I wasn't
The men are fatigued, sir.
I wasn't expecting this battle to turn into a bloody artillery slugfest. Go kill that. He's kind of shielded by the crest of this hill. Napoleonic deforestation, literally. We're at least reducing his cavalry numbers, if nothing else. Still firing for my guards. I don't think they're going to have much luck. I mean, theoretically, they can get the shot here, but it is a very difficult shot to make because the terrain makes it odd, and he's got cover by the trees. They are getting close, but close isn't good enough. Just ran another cavalry unit nearby, and I got rocked. Right, I think we can at least get this guy. Let's get that. If we can't get the cannon, if we can't get the 3 cannons that are just out of range, we can at least get the one that is. How's the AI in this compared to most? Well, this is on hard, and though it does have a few quirky moments, as we just observed, it is fairly competent. Like for example, he was wise there to not just engage me in direct battle. He has the gun, so he just sat back. It's okay. I'm not saying it's perfect, and I'm pretty sure the Darth mod does improve it somewhat, but it's okay. I'm just going to let them continue attempting to counter that. Shouldn't make it too close. I mean, they're already a bit emaciated, not terribly, but a bit. They're down past 30. They get much closer, the guards will open up on them. There we go. That's another cavalry unit shattered. Beautiful. Those are the Grenzers from earlier. This, right? Time to leave. I'm not liking how the infantry are lined up on the sides of that, so I'm going to pull them ever so slightly back. Here's are kind of floating on the edge of range, that's just fine. Right, if they're just going to keep pulling these random ass maneuvers, then fine. Just acquire targets for free and just start planting balls into the enemy bloody infantry line. They're going to be fucky about it, then they can be fucky about it on their own time. talk for now. And we got one of their 2 generals. Good, good. What's that? We can do more Tarkov in space. It really is just Tarkov in space, isn't it? Well, the only interest ultimately, Ricky, is your own. Are you interested in it? If so, then absolutely. Do shit because it's popular. You've never been that kind of guy. If you're asking for overall interest from like PC, from like gamers in general, I don't know. I haven't looked at the Steam concurrent players recently, so perhaps. Yeah, hemorrhaging guns. Still got 3 there that I just can't deal with. In which case, seeing as the cavalry is now where they are, a new plan is now being adopted. Seeing as the only defense he's got is those general staff, and I can probably whack those, seeing as they're horses and therefore taller. All I need is to degrade his cavalry numbers that are actually guarding that battery, and then I might actually be able to deal with it. We are actually succeeding in taking down some of the enemy cavalry. What is he doing? I want to try it Dishonored. That fails, which basically plays on the street. Dude, calm down. Dishonored is almost guaranteed to get some people in. Have no fear. Dishonored, people like fucking Dishonored, honestly. Run off. Start planting balls into the enemy cavalry. Oh, you read my mind. Right. Now run forward. Get into them.
We have killed their general, sir.
Fantastic
Now
stuff.
They must break.
And yeah, just start degrading enemy infantry then. Thing is, all of his cavalry is now backing off. Meaning I can actually get in and deal with these guns. Holy shit, look at me go. Ooh, that was a good hit. Very slowly because they're very exhausted. Yeah, so there shouldn't be too many of these guys left, so we should be able to take these out with little to no risk.
Our men are running, sir.
So, come along. Quickly before the infantry realise what's up. With that, they have lost most of their artillery support. Not a lot, but most. Wasn't expecting this fight to turn into the bloody slugfest that it has. Okay, good. Chatter. Nice. I'm not sure there's going to be an awful lot I can do about those other guns, so just leave. Where's the edge of the map? Have them head out that way. Statistically, where the best way? Yeah, so Tavar gains more followers not streaming than streaming. Although, to be fair, Tavar, I think you are equating correlation with causation. I think the people who are turning up in between streams were going to turn up anyway, and seeing as statistically you spend more time not streaming than streaming, for obvious reasons, it's just it will inevitably happen whilst you are not streaming. But because it keeps happening whilst you're not streaming, because it's statistically likely to do so, you equate it to the fact that I'm not streaming, therefore they follow, which I understand is the core of the joke, but that he has actually managed to get those other guns into a firing position. Given, well, one of the guns into a firing position, and even then he's intersected by trees, so fine. The man is going to take an Alaric time skip. Alarician. I mean, I will have the grand battery to send Napoleon's way, but it will take some time for it to reach Napoleon. Things it's being trained in Paris, and where we're currently in, like, Austria, Czechoslovakia area. I don't think they're quite in canister shot range just yet, but they're closing in. We're now going to go to that. Halt fire, open fire to reacquire targets. To be fair, I'm going to close this line up because this side of the battlefield is already quite emaciated. I can save him. Seeing as he's actually managed to shake those chasing him. Yeah, very good. I am concerned about the health of this side of the line, so I'm going to dispatch the guards to that direction. I need to close even further. Oh, well, managed to get most of the Austrians to back off. Keyword most. And they're only broken, not shattered, so they will be back. Good uranium means that yes. So, right, I have remembered. We will thank Cryptid when the opportunity arises. Be reforming his line. I bet you he is. In there. And then go back to ball. Because he will regroup. He's inevitable that he will. We'll regroup and come back at me, so... Ah. Either I'm scared, please square with me, has come into effect. Luckily, he's still very much within artillery range, so we can deal with it. There's an unmarked enemy unit. That's fucking cheating. They need to make it faster. Really surprised by it. Really? Well, it was extremely nice of her, so it would behoove one. It was extremely nice of her, and you will thank her the next opportunity you get. Okay, he's not got an unreasonable amount of him left. These are bloody Grenzers. Precious are good. You know a great deal of precious women. Seem to gravitate towards you. Alright, they're broken, not shattered. So, chase them. Pick him off. Enemy line is now coming in full force. Let's move these chaps out. Kinda. What, PNG to them? Are they shattered? Okay, good, they are shattered. Let's back them off then. In.
Le canon est prêt, monsieur.
Sorry, position. Go stick them back on canister. These battles have been costly.
La vieille garde est prête.
But luckily Napoleon is very within friendly territory, so I seem to remember him being in friendly territory, so. And this is the only Austrian army left, like the only full Austrian army anyway, so.
Prêts, ils arrivent.
I know this is the rallied remains of the previous push plus his reinforcements. Seeing as his infantry is now fully advanced. Push our cavalry in. Come on. You can do it, lads. I believe in you. The good section of the line is now no longer in range. Don't start pushing along. Now, because this unit of Fusiliers is still good, you can identify the Hungarian troops by their blue trousers. Then pushed off. See what we can do to continue getting them to break. They're now spraying canister impotently. Cavalry are into one of the artillery units. Good. Now push them on to the next. You can at least cost them all of their artillery. That will go a long way to getting the entire army to break. But then these Hungarians just don't fucking give up, do they? Doesn't help when my line infantry is just piling rounds into the side of the hill. Bloody rallied again, so. Have to collect the lines up, start pushing them forward. If we can push them out, then we might actually have a chance here. Now that all of his infantry are dead, we're going to use the cavalry to chase down his remnants. Cause as many losses as is possible in an effort to get him to give up already. Coming around like that, so we're going to move in like that. Cavalry are now getting into broken infantry. There's a new unit of footmen that has just rallied. Luckily, they're already nearly within range of my my new line. Bloody Hungarians again. Fuck off, will you? One. Get them to run. Time is of the essence.
Infanterie! Compagnie en ligne, préparez-vous. Oui, monsieur.
In Grenzes again. Fuck off.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Yeah. I'm surprised every time I hear that. Holy shit, finally. Oh my god, that was a slugfest.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Préparez-vous! Marchez!
Not enough movement allowance to get us into Vienna.
En avant!
So we'll back up to Olmütz.
En avant! Pour la couronne et le pays! Votre humble
We'll have
serviteur.
to cope there then. Dang it. Yes, Tava. What has caused thy to declare dang it? I'll just say D. Anyway.
Préparez-vous!
Actually pacified. Okay.
Save you, cunt!
What do you mean? Fine.
Votre humble
Just a moment, I want to ask Ricky if he knows some musician, but I completely forgot which musician. Dang it. It is a completely fair application of dang it. Carry on. I am displeased to see that Prussian roads are nowhere near as good as the German ones. I'm predominantly concerned with keeping this asshole from advancing on Danzig. But he can't get to Königsberg, so I'll just advance to Danzig. Alrighty. That cavalry's going to take a while. Well, that was also the full Austrian army, so push. Fine. Hungary, Budapest. I could puppet Hungary. Go for it. Hilarious. Coxis Gabor. Oh, the audio bug's back. Awesome. Lamau even. Oh, move him there. I'm going to have to save. Then out and back in again. It does that. Sometimes the audio engine breaks. I think it's like the ambient or something. You just get that high-pitched whining. And it just pushed the Ottomans straight out. Sweet. We're Hungary, so we can advance from here. Now, how is everything else going? Bernadotte is fucking shredded. You'll need at least a turn. Where is Messana? Then he's in Breslau. In a turn, he'll be ready to move. Get the Breslau militia on the way in, and then he can move forward from there. He will probably link up with Marchand. They will go for Warsaw together, whilst Bernadotte kind of puts himself back together again. Which point Anglois go for Klausenberg, and given where Lemberg is, it'll have to be seized by the forces up here. Well, at least we've, as of taking Königsberg, we've actually got the border with Russia now. Is at least a development. That unit forward and have it threaten Naples. I hope that Naples then attack me. Bill, are cutting your streams at all? I assume if you mean I'm cutting them up into highlights, and I'm thinking about it. Or unless you're asking if there is latency issues, in which case I'm not observing any. But if there are any on your end, please let me know. Good. I think we're okay. I think everything is about where it should be. For YouTube, sorry, I got distracted mid-writing. Well, that's why you should reread. If you got distracted whilst writing something, reread it. If you mean cutting, not really. As for VOD uploads, I often won't even bother downloading it, because downloading it, editing it, and uploading it takes actually way longer than just exporting it to YouTube and then using the limited editing tools on YouTube to cut out ad breaks, because it turns out the only copyrighted material in my streams is the in-betweeny cards, which is fine, because I wouldn't want to record those anyway. But got secretaries for that? Well, then get one on your phone then, forehead, because clearly she's not doing her job. But yeah, yeah, I won't even bother doing that. What? No, you have no idea what's coming for you. But yeah, I'll generally use YouTube to cut those little bits out. It doesn't take much. Yeah, I'll just edit them out like that. Yeah, that's all I'll do. Like, I'm thinking about doing proper highlights, and I was thinking about doing it with the brain, for the love of God. RE2. But I realize that that stream is not only old and sounds awful, and isn't really necessarily representative of current day Alaric 13 _ streams, but it's also just like an absolute slog because the files are so large. I have a solution to that one, but yeah, I've got new ideas for that. So really, what I would ask in that case is the military crackdown's coming down. That's why it kicked off. But yeah, what I would ask would be start paying them to check grammar as well. Yes. But well, the other thing I would ask is, can anybody think of a playthrough that they would like highlighted? Honestly, from however long ago. Because if it's people's choice, then I don't mind searching for it. This can get out because I don't. Anything else that should be reinvested into? Probably in the newer territories. Really becomes the answer. Okay. How are we doing then? Well, Moreau is fully restored. So is, I think this is aggro. No, Michelle. Like every VOD turned into a highlight. Thanks for asking. Lucky mum. Serious answer, please. Oh, I do need to kill this, don't I? Make sure he isn't getting those past me. And maybe in the heady days where I can actually afford to get an editor, perhaps, but those days aren't these days, so no. Oh, I didn't know he was going to go that way. I thought he was going to go cross country. He backs up like a pussy. Bush, Sana. There's. Oh wow, that's actually a supremely easy fight. Mine. Liberation of Warsaw. Brilliant. For the greater good of the friendship. And bit Poland. Polish Legion, line infantry. They look very nice. I don't need you. These gentlemen, however, will be reporting to Citizen Napoleon's command. New nation arises, nation destroyed, Prussia. And that's the second of the great nation destroyed videos we've got. Lovely. Right, and that's Prussia down and deaded. Lovely, with the Polish Legion on their way to Monsieur Napoleon's command. They are line infantry, so we pick our worst line infantry unit. The one that's taken losses. Who got? I can move these. There, please. S'il vous plaît. Okay. Wait, when it will come later, that is the worst possible way to go about that I have ever heard. Cease with immediate effect. Right, I'm going to send, seeing as he has movement points left, I'm going to send Sana towards Galicia. And then Klausenberg. Well, we could actually have the fall of Austria-Hungary very shortly. I can liberate Romania. Do it. And we will cause a battle in the future. You. Purple in gold braid, lovely. And I'm in an advanced other steam locomotive. Yes, I remember that. Because the algorithm, it will eventually go your way. They said, like, go away, stop it. Algorithm chasing isn't even what I want. Isn't even how I do things anyway. I am currently balkanizing the Balkans for the first time in history. Betting it won't be the last. Berlin is now repairing, so is Bernadotte. That was Agro, who's just liberated Romania. Sana's on his way to Galicia with Merchant. Probably going to send him back to Königsberg.
Pour la couronne et le pays.
Or Königsberg. Within the post 50 shorts a day and become Asmon Silver. Man.
À vos
I have thought about shorts so much because I realized that they are incredibly fucking powerful for the algorithm. Like, seriously. The fucking Pirate Software straight up got big because of his shorts. Like, his shorts took off and it caused the rest of his stuff to take off, so I'm fully fucking aware just how powerful a tool those shorts are. It's the same reason why bloody TikTok's so huge. Like, for streamers, it's just an incredibly powerful tool. Difference is I won't be caught dead using TikTok. However, YouTube was a platform I'm already on, so. Okay, time for some bullshit. Le Merci, Meine Nations, Denmark.
Use this option to officially
He is
declare
allied with the
war on
Batavians
another
and the
nation.
Kingdom of Italy.
However, do not do so.
I hate all of you. Comme protecteur. Please. Adds in 5 minutes, that's fine. Because of break out. You didn't have to. It wasn't even that funny. Also, I'm adoring the fact that the map is just getting covered in great battle markers. I'm going to wait till next turn and then bribe Italy and the Dutch out of supporting Denmark, at which point I will sit on them with reckless abandon.
Nous arrivons, capitaine. À vos ordres.
Go in.
Préparez-vous pour la bataille. Courez.
Hate the interception mechanic. I hate it. The fucking passion. I don't know, military faction. I grow increasingly concerned. That then. At this point, our spies are now just making their way into Russia, preparing for the inevitable. And Bilfer. How was that? How are you going to pattern that? Your army speaks French and ran away. Is this just IRL Britannia? I think Napoleon is just IRL Louis Leoncoeur. If I'm perfectly honest. And the Ottomans are backing up. They're probably going to try and maneuver for Austria-Hungary's last remaining city. I do enjoy how all the other nations are threatening with tattoos, but protector of Israel he is.
In this region, as the lower orders have become too unhappy. You must either appease the rioters.
Fuck off. I know. Because it's the crackdown coming down that's causing that. Resurrection, man. Which points for civil happiness lower classes. We have an issue, luckily, so. Construction. Okay, the Fulda mines are now fully improved. My roll go up again. Liège and Oxford are now full-blown proper colleges. Good. Everything is proceeding according to cake. Fuzzy lady. You think me a child? And next turn we get the last unlock of research. Keep thinking we have percussion caps. No, we have bloody rifles. Right, time to bribe some people. Public, what's up? Please break your alliance, Denmark. I will give you tech. No. There's the other point. Like, I've got four, previously 5 fully decked out colleges, and I haven't got all the tech, and I can't give them any tech, which implies that they are either caught up or ahead of me. So, break alliance with Denmark, and I will give you 5k, please. Thank you. And where are they? This will be the second time I've had to bribe Italy out of being a problem. That is a portrait, sir. Science, Denmark. Do some care. Fantastic stuff. Destroying the HRE was Hitler's grail. Hitler, wow. No. Restoring the HRE was Hitler's grail vow. But Napoleon's grail vow. Gained access to the old guard, based, literally. So the old guard were just grail knights, were they? I mean, I suppose that makes sense. Yeah, declare war. I'm not calling any of my help. I don't need it. And they won't have any movement, and that's just fine. And his only army is in Copenhagen. It's not even a full stack. This will go swimmingly. We talk about that one time Britannia united to destroy the Empire. Reichland, literally. Either infantry or cannons. Both. Go to a tax office because I need you to be anything else. We'll continue to proceed to be under Monsieur Napoleon's command. For everything else. Where to put Anglo then? Well, Anglo can be ready for the impending conquest. The hell took Wallachia? Oh, it's Russia. Complicated much. My only way down south. Proceed through Belgrade. Underneath, all the way to Istanbul. That'll have to be the play. Fortunately, that means the Italian campaign is now severely behind. And I'm fully aware. His campaign is fine. Can get there, so we'll position Agro to be there. Napoleon will proceed south. Be ready to take Zagreb, I think. And then both will join up at Belgrade, proceed south to Istanbul. The naval invasion of Athens may need to be expedited, I think. Lots of militia being trained in Germany. Marchand. No, you mean Napoleonopole. Very shortly. Can't repair that. Bernadotte is at least repaired and ready to go. Where shall he be? Well, Murat's going to be down here. I'll dispatch him to be near Königsberg as well. Because then they'll branch off and start going down those two lines. Whereas Murat will be in Lemberg and he'll go for Podolski. He's a route here, but it's not the best route, so we want to proceed to Bucharest. That will be Agro and Napoleon will go through there. As for an 8th army, I'm not sure who I'd bring. It's some move. It will be a while before the Grand Battery of the Convention is in position. Move them. We'll start moving him towards Napoleon. It's done yet. Not. They will build a ultra-modern steam fleet, but it will be some time because we still need the screw propeller, which is still on its way, being researched in Oxford. Pretty good. British engineers. I suppose we have access to German ones now, so... Bill. I actually need to use the small boys' room, so forgive me for but a moment, but I will return shortly. Thank you for everyone sticking with me. I'm still in love with the fact that I've invested myself deeply in older Total Wars, taking the risk, and people seem to be digging it, so thank you very much. I'll be back in but a moment. I return. Ricky, you're risking a fucking timeout with that shit.
À vos ordres.
Right.
Sonnez le
Oh,
rappel pour
him.
la bataille.
Let's see what he's got then. 6-pounders. Good deal of hussars. Light infantry. One for the moon. Do have superior range though. Troy's not that bad. I don't know. To be completely honest, I've not given it a proper college try, so I'm just not approving of it for the sake of not approving of it. Right, it's going to be a harder fight. I would prefer if he came to me, but with this army here, not really going to happen unless I just... Idea.
Sonnez la retraite. En route. À vos
Votre humble
ordres.
serviteur.
New plan. Epic Games for free? No, because I'm not on Epic Games.
À vos ordres.
And yes, oh, they're handing stuff out for free. I don't care. You cannot bribe me into using your piece of shit platform. Fuck off. I honestly see the whole free games thing for Epic Games as a Faustian deal. I look at that shit and I'm like, I don't trust that. Like, I'm not saying it could even be anything untoward. I'm just like, they're having to bribe me with free games in order to get me onto their platform. I'm kind of not interested. Like, just as a, like, I couldn't give a fuck about, oh, but it's money. I don't give a fuck. So what? Money will come, money will go. I was going to spend that money anyway. I don't care. Like the only thing that really pissed me off about it as well is because they kept buying up all the exclusives that I was really looking forward to. Like, hello. There we go. Wrong thought, fuck you. What's he running with? He also has 6-pounders, all 6-pounders. Equivalent number of cavalry, equivalent number of cannons, superior number of cavalry. Money will come, period. Exactly, money will come, so there's no reason to cling to it hysterically. Yeah, superior number of cavalry, inferior number of infantry, and quality of infantry too. His line troops are quite well trained. We'll have this, no fear. Bitches, Mr. Tip your land or you prefer playing Steam over stooping out at Epic's level.
The enemy
Fuck 'em.
will often
Exactly.
try to flank your formation with cavalry, so it's a good idea to have infantry reserves on the ends of your line ready to intercept them.
I do find it very funny that the military advisor in the battles speaks like an old grizzled British general, yet has the picture for Massana. Though I'm sure if Massana were British, that would be how he sounds, and therefore he sounds the French equivalent of that.
Lancez des ordres. Canon moyen. Artillerie au rapport.
Epic topic, it's your lukewarm. Good. Parasites and invaders into our blessed medium. They can fornicate with several railroad spikes, typically of the lemoned and salted variant. Fuck Epic. Fuck their parent company, Tenpenny. Fuck any and all efforts by the Chinese Communist Party to insert themselves into industries via the use of their national champion system. Fuck off. Fuck you. And fuck your anti-consumer practices. Stop polluting my medium, you piece of shit. Here's how I feel on that topic. I just called them Tenpenny. I did, didn't I? I did just call them Tenpenny. Oh, fuck. That's just where my mind went. Although, to be fair, that is some serious headcanon that's headed up there. Yes, it is. Oh shit, this guy doesn't have... This guy doesn't have Vulgars, yeah, chasseurs. Oops.
Monsieur? La Légion Lombarde est prête, monsieur. Compagnie en ligne. Préparez-vous.
Yeah, they're there. I figured there's something was missing there. Like is real, the dislike is extremely real.
Oui, monsieur.
These guys don't have stakes. They're Go straight into light infantry behavior. James Bondage and the hypocritical capitalists.
Garde à vous.
Yeah. Although you risk it sounding a bit more like a Sherlock Holmes novel there.
État-major des généraux.
Socket bayonets offer all the advantages and none of the disadvantages of other bayonet types. The units will start every battle with their bayonets already fixed, ready to show cold steel to anyone foolish enough to come close.
Infanterie légère à vos ordres, monsieur.
We are long past the era of plug bayonets, my friend. Everybody in this formation has a socket bayonet. Well, he's already in range of us with his guns, so we're going to counterbat the piss out of him.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Firing across there as well. Sherlock Holmes and Tenpenny of Baskerville. Oh, that could actually be a Sherlock Holmes novel. He's failed to get any of mine just yet, so it's still a win. Oh, there's another one. Every enemy gun we whack is a huge win for us. I have a feeling this side's going to be significantly more difficult to shoot down. But luckily it's also in a far worse position to hit us, so it's just fine. Oh, there's another one. Shooting for my grenadiers. Center of my formation, although he's probably shooting for my artillery, skying and hitting the infantry behind me. Such is the downside of a tight formation like this. I mean, we're also degrading his cavalry by doing this because he stood his cavalry directly behind his guns, so fine, honestly. Bright red uniforms. I miss the Brits. They've been gone a while. I pasted them first, so I've not seen them in a while. I don't get the feeling it's firing for where a gun used to be and not where one is. Just a canister and fire forward. Oh, thank Christ. To be fair. Enemy infantry are now closing in, so switch to canister, everyone. Hold fire, reacquire targets. And come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Barrage. Get the guns firing as quickly as is physically possible. Oh, right. Big meat shot right there. Thinning that concentration out quite handily. Now I expect the Danish won't hold on for nearly as long as the Prussians did. There. A rally right in there. Yeah, his general's quite close by. This side should collapse momentarily.
We have killed their general, sir.
Big win.
Now they must break.
What was that? That's a full shatter on the infantry. Yeah, it's only his guns left. Tell the cannons to hold fire. Alberta. Yeah, interesting. Again, some kind of German folky thing that I'm too English to understand. Right, advance forward. Okay, that battle was much more merciful than the last one. Holy shit. I want all of his artillery dead. Properly dead. Gone. Oh, that's horse artillery, so I'm never going to catch it. Shit. Does react similar to Asmongold. I see. Just watch Asmongold. This has been your Anglo-centric word of the day. There it is. Very good. Very, very good. Always like that image.
Force et honneur.
The fact that the gold is the only colour standing out. I think that's the benefit over Asmongold in that case, because Asmongold knows full well he's too big, that he's so big he doesn't need to try. Imagine I'll probably get to release Greece, maybe
There are
Croatia.
naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
Oh, I'm sure. So, and that is a limited liability company, which gives me what? Lots of money. Okay. And that means Liège has moved on to uniform armament. Enables uniform armament on ships. What does it mean? No idea what that means. Used in the contract on the context of the game. What have we got then? Big ship. Flying. Steam paddle frigate. Firepower 238. Big for a good amount of firepower for what it is. But more importantly, it doesn't have to obey. Doesn't have to obey the wind. Oh, hold on. You're away at the time. More than likely. And to be fair, even if I was in the room at the time, I wouldn't have understood.
Embarquement de la flotte. Prêt pour l'action.
And that's more militia in Berlin just to get the Germans to fucking quit. Considering they're a major nation as well, they're going to have a similar level of resistance to occupation that the Brits had. Just to say, a lot.
Ligne de bataille. Attaquez.
Copenhagen, mine, thank you.
Oui, monsieur.
Go barricade that. Luckily, Copenhagen is quite well built, so we're getting a good amount of replenishment. To be fair, it's probably going to take us a few turns to get all the way up there. Where is the port in Copenhagen? There. We're talking about loghouse in general. Oh, I see. So there's one thing I'm happy that is starting to lose prevalence on the internet is the idea of the lolcow. It was an ugly practice to begin with, in my opinion.
Recevoir vos ordres. Homme. Oui, monsieur.
I know they're not gone, and they probably never will be, because so long as there are twats on the internet, there will always be people to laugh at. But you know, at least they're not getting all of the attention.
À gauche.
Shit. Fuck. Bread in French is Spain, then I own a bakery of the pain. Yeah, it is like I'm troubled to hear that you are in pain. Benno, truly. Relay upon me what vexes thee, but don't try and dump or I'll ban you. And he has left his last remaining city under defended, so I'm just going to roll in and have that, please. Very much. Galicia, if I'm not mistaken, that's... Yep. Oh, 2 in one day. That's Prussia and Austria destroyed in the same session. Hell yeah. Very good. Now, Massana, dickhead. Massana is going to stay in Galicia with I believe it's Merchan and Bernadotte up in Königsberg, because they're going to advance and split here. Go for Mitau and Vilnius at the same time. This is all in preparation for the Great Russian War, which is forthcoming. Yeah, a farm? Not upgrade a farm no more. Again. Sorry, Ricky. I was focused on matters of strategy. I often am. Arms factory. Stop the small arms factory. I'm never going to use them. Build industry. It makes me money. I mean, you money. Oh, I've kept that there. Prove it. In the contingency that the Spanish become a problem that I will need to deal with at some point. Where is Monsieur Napoleon? He's down there. Garrison can back into Olmutz. But random forces that have just arrived in Vienna. Well, stay there for now. Yeah, so lol cows are. Yeah, people get milk for laugh on the internet. Poke them, they react more. Cycle continues. More people catch on. You turn into humanity's entire sanity, a human's entire sanity, into a content farm. Yeah, I give you wings of redemption. The problem with the lol cows is, well, they'll react anyway. So typically they tend to be flawed human beings to begin with, and I understand that the idea of a human being not being flawed is impossible, but particularly so. Like the guy clearly had pretty severe mental health issues, particularly around the subject of his weight, and people just continually, mercilessly made fun of him for it, and it was fairly disgusting. And though he definitely did not help himself, right? Yeah, Boogie 2988. Yeah, he wasn't a lol cow, and now he is a lol cow because he's desperate to claw back his relevancy, and he's not going the right way about it. Yeah, Boogie is a very tame example. He got hate for other reasons, but yeah, he's still very much a lol cow now. The point is, like, my issue with Wings is the classic redemption, because Wings, he's not the originator of the term, but he's probably the best example of it. Started as a lol cow because of his weight back then. Well, he certainly tried, but he was more resistant to it back then, and he became a bit more of a, maybe not inspirational, but a bigger, like a nicer tale, because he was like, he didn't let people get to him. That was nice. Batman jumps in the pool. Well, bear in mind, he also had, bear in mind, Francis was just a character of his. Like, that was a character that he invented. So even if it was just to channel the hatred, it still became a relatively popular character, so that worked. But yeah, it's just he's become saddened by his loss of relevancy, and it's become a bit pathetic. That's why people make fun of him. Like, shame, really. Yeah, like I say, you being a lol cow very much depends on the person on the receiving end. Besides that, if you bite and give them the reaction, you are a lol cow. But yeah, that's why I say Wings is probably the best example, because he bites so incredibly often. And it's a shame too, because if people didn't tease him so fucking ruthlessly, maybe he could be in a slightly better mindset, and he might have been able to help turn himself around. But like I say, guy was a flawed human being to begin with. I see he's still putting resources into that. That's cute. I mean, he doesn't know I'm about to start on the Ottomans in true fashion, but we'll get there. I mean, we're kind of very much in a pre-war setup period. That's also good because it means that the Ottoman forces are concentrated elsewhere.
Oh, they're a naturally occurring resource.
With any luck, he will have issues. Him to Napoleon's army. Have the Polish Legion get there as well. Ground battery marches forward further. Okay. Lovely, lovely. The magistrates are built. Good. It's already got a court of appeals. See. Improving these areas because it improves repression and the amount of money being extracted from each area. Good. Helps keep people in line. Always somewhere I can improve. Yeah, a lot of the commercial ports are now available for improvement.
Voile sortie. À vos ordres. Sortez la voile.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm on his other side. Still probably stand to expedite the Greek campaign a bit. I don't know this wing person. Yeah, Wings of Redemption. Yeah, he's been on the internet quite a long time now, but yeah, he's a very classic lolcow. Fat guy, very precocious about his weight, and people tend to tease him mercilessly for it.
Marchez. À gauche.
And largely, it's,
À vos ordres.
look here, listen, exactly. Yes, he's just saying it.
Oui, monsieur.
Invokes. Yeah, ban anyone trying to give me advice. Yeah, not even just, yeah, no backseating. Like, just if they're trying to give me advice, ban them. Like, regardless if they mean it well or not, just fuck you. If you try to interact with me, banned.
Oui, monsieur.
Like, God. Guy's a character. We should be able to persecute the war in the Balkans over the winter and be in position to whack the Ruskies with my dick in the new year. Putting us a whole 3 years ahead of schedule for the invasion of Russia. Russians are also putting forces into the south. Luckily, that's where my best generals are, so fine. Especially as my spies enter his territory and allow me to watch his movements when the war begins. Bribing the... Here we go. Okay, he's actually given me battle this time. Inferior number of cavalry, inferior number of cannon, equal number of infantry. Awesome, awesome. Let's get in. Get into him. This actually speeds up the Italian campaign somewhat, allowing the Greek campaign to catch up a bit. Participate in lolcow prodding, but I will watch the compilations when bored. Well, yeah. Well, the whole situation tends to sadden me, so I don't like to. I don't like to even watch it. Not out of some haughty sense of, oh, but by watching the compilations, I am adding to the problem, so I'm choosing to be part of the solution. Like, no, fuck that noise. It's going to happen regardless of whether or not I participate. I'm not so important as to my personal viewership is going to make all the difference. That only matters for people at my level, which if you're having a good time, please consider following. Yeah. I kid, but only half. But yeah, it's just... No, the whole thing saddens me, so I tend to give it a miss. At a point where I was at a point where I just know about the cod surgery monologue by heart. Yeah, the cod surgery, the very famous cod surgery monologue. Holy shit! One of his most famous meltdowns. Right, he attacked me, so he must show aggression. So I'm gonna angle myself like so. They'll expand out once they hit the go button. Ah, the guards. Oh. To be fair, we're expecting him, so we can go into fire in advance. Spaces us out, and also brings up our rate of fire. I think I'm going to put both Volgers on this side because most of his army will crash down on this side. I really wanted the surgery, dude. I wanted it freaking bad. Yeah. Do it. I can't take this shit. Yeah. Yeah, that was hard to watch. Unfortunately, it has become a fantastic reaction. That's why, and now it's become a minor teasing point. Then, whenever Tavar If it has a melancholic moment, I will call it a wings moment.
Ordre de groupe.
Out. Cavalier.
Ordre de groupe.
Thanks. Are you watching this, boys? Explain. I'm not watching it, but have a look at the Neapolitan. Neapolitan. There, I was looking for the plural for from Naples, but yeah, Neapolitan. Have a look at this Neapolitan drip. Let's see what we got. We got a dark green with a bright red center with accented by white, and the helmets have a black tuft with gold trims on them. No, just triple drown, gentlemen. This is triple drown. This over here. Ooh, this is his Lightfoot. Neapolitan Lightfoot infantry. Let's see what we got. We got a baby blue uniform with 2 white bandoliers. Same black tuft helmet with the green, maybe not feather. I'm not sure the baby blue is really a good call. Yes. And these guys have the white tuft. Yes. Pretty good. Target every cannon and rifle on that baby blue. And it just disgusting. We actually get one of his cannons here. We did. Counterbat him a bit. Was within range? Not really, because there's a forest in the way. I mean, French uniforms are literally just blue and white with an accent of red, so makes sense. Well, I must say these cannoneer uniforms, something to be desired. The bicorn gives an almost naval feeling.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
The balance of power swung so far in my favor. I have a feeling that's going to change. Holy shit, gentlemen, there's no cannon there. The enemy infantry get much closer. We're going to have to switch over to bloody canister shot shortly. I was hoping to damage the enemy artillery further before we got that far, but oh well.
Canon de 12 livres paré, activé. Oui, monsieur. Ordre de groupe.
Them to run. The map's quite far away. And they can put down stakes whilst they're down there.
Le canon est prêt, monsieur.
We've got canister shot on the way out now, so the shredding shall commence. Down there. Quickly, I need these stakes in the ground. Gonna overlap a little bit here, but that's fine. This is at least a area that he really doesn't want to charge through. The Volgiers can continue to be on enemy cav watch. There we go. Firing advance is now in full effect. There's enemy contact with my bloody artillery, so get them back if you can, please. That's an artillery unit that's taken fairly heinous losses. That's going to be difficult to replace. Grenadiers will now throw grenades. Or just get engaged into melee combat. That works too. Need to move into that position there. Yeah, that's all of the artillery has now been engaged. He just straight up charged into my artillery. That balance,
Our men are running, sir.
that balance of power can eat my ass, Jesus.
Oui, monsieur.
Holy shit, hurry up and fire, will you? I am exacting losses on him, but cavalry destroy the artillery. Thank you very much, sir, for reminding me that I have cavalry. Honestly, thank you. That was honestly... My brain was running away with scenarios there. You laughed it. That way. My cavalry are coming in to help stabilize the line a bit. Okay, I know they're in fire in advance, that's why they're doing weirdo formation things, but cheers. Well, he's right there, so shoot that, please. That should be coming down relatively soon. Right, that's that. His main artillery has been destroyed. Good shit. Fully aware of his other horsemen behind me. Back up my own cavalry there. Stretched out to a line. This infantry has been rescued. Well, what few of them are left. You can start forming a line there. Actually, probably going to take them out of line advance now. Group up there. Oh, that's done. Where is his other cavalry? They're over there. And we're going to start pushing on him. Where is his cavalry? No, it's behind me. I think he's plowed it into the side here. Yeah, he has. Glorious days. Right, move that way, please. Well, on stake. Well, speaking of, stakes at least serve some of their purpose. Move, please. Move him out the way. Don't want to lose my general. That would be quite bad. But luckily, these are cuirassiers, so they can at least hold their own in melee combat. Though I don't want to have them be in sustained combat for too long. Just back them out. Out. Do the same with the grenadiers as well. Now that the firing line is fully set up. We'll work some points betting. Well, to be fair, wouldn't be the worst idea, but considering I've literally won every single battle, it wouldn't be in this one. But yeah, for future streams, I mean, definitely for like the Warhammer tourney, I would have it. But for stuff like this, I'm, sure.
Our men are running, sir.
Good. Take them out. Which one this time? Uncertain. Hell let loose. In what would I do it for Hell Let Loose, and when am I going to have time between the game and if a team wins or loses? I think it's weird. I don't like points betting on things I'm playing, if that makes sense. Weird. That was extremely costly. It's going to slow down. Probably, honestly, puts you under pressure to win. I was already under pressure to win. It's called a game. I don't know. It still feels weird to me. Feels weird, man. them into position to start shooting up the last of the Neapolitan infantry. Run, assholes! I do wish there was a default run option in this. Get them back.
The men
There
are
we go.
fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Oh, I'm sure. Luckily for me, he's decided to pull his entire infantry line up into this area, so... Cool. I'll just have that, thank you. There we go, nice shatter. Right, we've won that, but that was fucking costly. Fortunately, Italy has not proven to be the soft target that I thought it would be. Luckily, this is an extremely minor part of my force. Get this using for about 20 minutes. Oh, it's weird. I don't know why, but squad does better for me. Yeah, fucking. That does Salazi for bloody shouting out that I had cavalry. Holy shit, I genuinely forgotten about that.
There are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
Monsieur?
Development in these areas now will increase your nation's trade income later.
Defeat? Really?
À vos ordres.
Fucking army was useless anyway.
Impossible, monsieur. Prêt pour l'action. Oui, capitaine.
I can't even be bothered to reload. That's how annoyed I am with that. Must remember that this is before the age of an actually useful auto-resolve function in Total War. It lies. The cursed campaign anyway. I can't be bothered to deal with it any further. The point where I wonder, actually. That won't let me protectorate him. Fine, I'll just go down and deal with it later. Probably after I've dealt with Russia, ironically enough. No, is that our only mission at the moment? Yeah, Moscow. Sweet. In which case, just get ready for that then. That's one would hope that Italy would actually hurry up and take the charge on that one. Even at war with them. They're not at war with my protectorates. Interesting. Italy unfriendly. Historical grievances. Kingdom of Italy are extremely friendly. Interesting.
At
Fine,
any
well-
time during a conflict, you can use this option to request that an ally joins a war.
What do you mean?
that
You're my
fighting.
protectorate.
This means that you can look for
Fuck off.
new allies.
Shut up.
Use this option
Shut
to
up. Fucking dealing with something. Here, have a bunch of tech. Go do stuff. Oh, what? We're very much in position for the northern end of Russia, but not the southern end. What I will, however, do... Albinos. Elite, known for their swordsmanship, fearsome charge, rather than... And I only get the two, huh? Oh, that's fine then. They can move forward to... You can look forward to being part of the new army. You can only have one of one. Yeah, I can only have one of this. Okay. That's fine. And 2 more units of old guard. Guard seamen. Huh. Fine. We'll build a very nice army then. We'll send this north and it will help with the invasion of Russia then. As much as I would like to have these forces join in with the invasion of Russia, under Napoleon specifically, but nah, we'll deal with it. Grand Battery on its way over to Napoleon.
Je me mets à couvert.
Yeah, number of spies I have is unreasonable.
Je cherche à me couvrir.
Yes, yes. Continue conversation with Ricky. Yeah, I don't know why. I straight up just don't get the same vibe from squad. Hell Let Loose just annoys me, and I honestly believe it has everything to do with the people around us, per se. Like, I think it's got everything to do with the fact that whenever I'm trying to play the game, whenever I'm trying to talk to command, it's inevitably some screeching asshole. And like the commander, rather, the commander's disinterested, and the other squad leaders are too interested. Right? It's just that, honestly, it's just everybody's got an opinion, and no one's got the right opinion. Everyone's more concerned with blaming each other than they are with actually helping with the fight. You call them out on it, they will let you know that you fucked up, sir. I need this. Just the steamships. You need iron plating. Okay, I did. Like, you get people who aren't commanders who like to bitch about how the commander's doing something wrong, but will never step up to do it themselves. Fucking, you get... And they're just laying it on thick on the commander, and you're just like, mate, do you actually want to suggest a solution then? And he'll bitch about, well, I'm not the commander. Like, well, don't bitch about it then. If you're not going to add to the conversation, if you're not going to help, shut the fuck up then. Honestly. You are more concerned with bitching about it and looking smart than actually helping solve the problem than you are part of the problem. Please remove yourself. Got rockets is now underway. Yeah, the University of Schleswig is basically pointless. Wait, what happened? Well, what do you mean? This is just my general grievances playing Hell Let Loose. Boy, do I always have grievances playing Hell Let Loose, and it's got nothing to do, like, the actual people who are like who are just players tend to be pretty chill because, you know, they don't want to be in command because they're chill. I don't know why, but the commander, like, there's obviously all the good commanders likely exist within squads. Joining squads with 50% clan members? No, like, because like joining squads has nothing to do with it. It's never the squads that are the problem. The bloody officers of the squads themselves that form the core of the problem. Because the reason I never have fun in Hell Let Loose is because I'm always playing the officer, and as the officer, I'm trying to listen to you guys and determine what to do next. But in my ear, I've got the screeching, often literal screeching going on in my ear of the other commanders bitching at the commander or bitching at the current circumstances. I remember once, like, I think it was go away. I had I think it was Tavar and Justin. On the artillery, and we were calling in fire, and he just pipes up and it's like, you need to adjust your coordinates. Your artillery just hit my men. Right, cool. They said they didn't hit anyone. Well, they fucking did. I then didn't give him the dignity of replying because, well, what exactly do you want me to do about it, mate? I just fed back to Justin and Tavar. Yeah, okay. Apparently you've hit friendlies, and they were just like, cool. What else do you want? Like, what are you honestly expecting us to deal with it? I was like, honestly, just the only thing you can do is maybe just adjust your aiming to be a bit more north. That's all I've really got. Like, if you want fire support, you need to call in accurate coordinates. Otherwise, I'm just going to be like, ooh, look, there are some red dots. Let's shoot at those. And then if your guys are Leroy Jenkinsing their way into that bloody point, then if your guys are then going to Leroy Jenkins onto that point where the enemy red dots are, because they've also just gone red dots and gone, for me, and then they get schwacked by artillery, it's kind of not my problem. You know, boil yourself. And this wouldn't be such a problem if the commander would actually fucking take an interest, which they never do. Like, the commander is always just, like, often is too busy reading the tutorial for being the commander to actually be the commander, because being the commander is a difficult job, right? You've got a lot to handle, and it's a very different game to what you're probably used to playing on the ground. So often you've got inexperienced commanders who just, and then aside from that aspect, you've then also got the point of, you've got to actually be a leader. You've got to lead these people, quell dissent, and provide clear instruction. which not everybody knows how to do, because if everybody knew how to do it, we'd all be managers. No, that's just that is always going to be the issue, unfortunately. Right, who are the Ottomans allied to, and who do I need to pay off as a result? No one. Fantastic. Fuck you.
Monsieur, commencez le siège.
Splat.
Préparez-vous pour la bataille.
Lovely. That's that one already dealt with. Moving forward.
Marchez.
I know I can. Why is my... I hate that.
Monsieur,
I mean, it's not nearly as bad as, say, for the samurai, where if you have an army, you generally want a foreign veteran, a shinobi, and either an Ishin Shishi or the Shogunate one. I never play Shogunate because...
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
What is that? Felix Machine, you followed again. I'm glad to have you back. But yes, yes, what the... Completely derailed my... yes. You have an Ishin Shishi or whatever the... Shinsengumi. Shinsengumi. That's what it is. One of those. And then, what's the last bloody thing? A geisha. You'll want all of that in your army, and it will stop every fucking time you occupy a settlement, and you've got to move them all out one by one, and it's an enormous pain in the ass.
votre humble serviteur.
But honestly, like, battle wizards were the best thing they ever introduced, the ones that move around with the army first. Actually, about 5-6 of my guys follow orders, and at least one medic is soloing. Well, the medics tend to be a bit more self-governing, just by virtue of the fact that they kind of have to be. Because, you know, they're always going to be run out looking for people to help. And they're not always going to be the people who are immediately within their line of sight. So it's difficult for them to concentrate on what their officer is telling them to do, because often their officer is not telling them to go out and help the people that are immediately within their purview. That, and if you are a medic, and you ask, you know, if you are a medic and you say, and you're looking around at you and you see all the UI elements that say, hey, this guy is injured over here, hey, this guy is injured over here, you tend to get distracted by those. And if you run away from those, you run the risk of either being told that you're not doing your job properly, or that you're trolling because you're not sticking with your squad. You are running after people who are not in your squad just because the UI is telling you to. But if you don't run after those people, you run the risk of looking like you're neglecting your job as a medic. Like, really, as a medic, you should be following your squad and prioritizing them first, because ideally, each squad would have a medic. Right. In organized play, may not be necessary.
There are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
Are they not? Really? You've only been telling that the entire time I've been doing stuff. But yeah, like, I mean, maybe in organized play, a medic per squad is maybe not necessary, but, you know, generally speaking, if I'm going out there, I'm going to want a medic in my squad if I'm not in organized play. And often it's why it's my favorite class to play that isn't the officer. Like, I don't mind being the officer. My biggest problem with being the officer has always been not my squad, but rather the other officers around me, because they tend to be the biggest source of the problems. Because they add to the disunity, they add to the discord, they add to the general confusion of orders. And that's just something you've really got to look for. And, you know, I don't know how to stop people from bitching and fighting at each other constantly. You know, if I knew how to do that, I'd be fucking Prime Minister, you know? Like, I definitely wouldn't just be streaming on Twitch for fun. Like, if I knew how to just get people to get on in life, I'd be doing far greater things. Because how do you stop humans from wanting to eat each other? And the answer is you kind of can't. Like, humans hate each other. It's just a human condition, I'm afraid. Did Sano seriously only take a single casualty? Damn. We are your loving squaddies. I adore my squaddies. My squaddies are good people. Follow my orders, and they shoot good. That is all I ask of my squaddies, my beloved squaddies. You are the lowest rank on the military totem pole. That means you have one responsibility, and that is to do as you are told. with sometimes some self-selecting duties. The Southern Campaign proceeds well. The Northern armies are in position, and the Scandinavian Campaign proceeds well. Norway has been liberated. Militia will not be necessary this far north. That is a very large Danish force, so we are going to make like a banana and fuck off. Put down that fucking squad spawn. I do my best. That's the thing with the officer. You've got a lot to think about. I like having lots to think about. So often I do forget to put the squad spawn down. And if that makes me toxic, then fuck you and your mother. Where are they? Not a critic. A critic. It is not the critique. It was me being toxic. What? Alright, granted, a lot of people still don't understand the difference between those two, but even so. A large Danish army. But, I wonder actually, can I cheese the bollocks off of this? I wonder if I could. Are they? Denmark. Not war at... Not Norway. I have an idea. So here's his whole army, all right? That's 2 full stacks. I mean, yeah, they're not exactly emaciated. 2 full stacks. I've got a genius idea. It's called Just Don't Be on Land. I'm going to sail this army all the way around to Stockholm, land, take Stockholm, and then that will be Denmark defeated, and all of his armies will go away. Genius. And then this army will then hang around here, ready to jump on Finland. And the North will be in position. This army is being trained, honestly, largely as a precaution, just in case the Dutch or the Spanish decide they want peace. I think I shall end this session with the taking of Istanbul and the birth of Napoleonople. And seeing as I have decided that Italy is now a self-governing problem that I no longer want to deal with. And I hope someday that the Italians will work out, if I move my full stack that's in Rome, I might be able to take it. You know, someday. I will call that not a problem. To be fair, I think Court of Appeal, I can't go any higher than that in areas. Croatia has generated its militia. I'm going to build up Paris's defenses because I feel like it. General the way that I could do. Fine, whatever. 2 guards. Where are the line infantry? Not the militia, you fool. Done. Give me the army. Give me general. Rainer, Moreau. This. Yeah. You have more stuff. Sul. Salt. Asshole. French. Person. Okay. I'll now continue proceeding south. Fortunately, we will need to stop off and deal with Paris. Luckily, we can reach in a turn. Break, lovely. Else is where it should be. Move this army around to yonder. Now we just need to get there before Copenhagen can come under attack. Modern defenses take rather a long time to build, but we'll chance it. And spies continue moving in various directions. But you know, if I can just get to Stockholm, then Denmark's frankly impressive military might will be moot. I've got a lot done this time. Like, the last couple of streams have largely been the Great War between myself and Prussia. But now that that's done and Prussia and Austria are swept off the board, it's largely now just the preparations for war for the final war with Russia. And, you know, there might be a big roundup of having to deal with my former allies. To be fair, I've got a fair few protectorates. Another spy in Denmark. Where the f... I gotta send you? You can go next to Odessa. Christian. Bernadette and Machan. Oh, I see, because they're out quite far. Send them back. Remember that? Is Russia? It is really fucking cold. Don't be here in the winter. I'm starting to accumulate more money than I can really spend. Go through ports as well. Building that up. Okay, so if I am going to have to persecute a war against them, then I'm going to be happy I have it. Okay. Then that should be enough. Where the fuck did he go? Enough for that. Next, this campaign won't take nearly as much trouble because of the simple fact that I'm in the fucking Balkans. I'll gladly liberate Greece. There's a point. I should be trading with all of my protectorates. Romania I can't trade with because he doesn't have a port. Oh, no. And it's all in then. Forest. North. Oh look, enemies. Kill that. But then get him ready so that when he's got a full force there. So I'll push aggro up there. And we can attack that soon. While further developments are finishing. Breslau. Graded. Lovely. Spies continue to infiltrate further and further into enemy territory. Yep, Stockholm's completely unguarded. Glorious. Smolensk spy is in position. That's the Moscow spy on his way up. But I'm fully aware that Russia likely have 4 to 8 full stacks that I'm going to have to strategically deal with. I mean, I'll be immediately invading him with 6 death stacks from each front, which he won't be able to defend all at once, or at least if he does, he will lose. There'll be equal fights and we'll lose those. It's cute now. Forces are spread out, so he will struggle. Kinda what I want. General Marmont. Spy network established. Oh. Yeah, because he's technically in foreign territory. I don't ever infiltrate them, I just stand them outside of wherever they're supposed to be keeping an eye. Fair enemy force.
Monsieur, vos ordres à recevoir
Also
vos
caught out in the open.
Massacrez-les.
Wish.
Personne ne nous vaincra. En avant, marchez. Monsieur, à vos ordres.
Let's chase down and squish them
La vertu et la valeur invaincue.
in order to prevent obvious problems.
Écrasez-les.
And in a couple of turns, I can actually get Istanbul conquered. 3 recruitment, lots of Fusiliers in France. 4 more, of which are on the way. Reno's gone up to full. Breslau gone up to full. Oh, that's a lot of Court of Appeals I've just finished. Very nice. Very much running out of stuff to build. I mean, good problem to have, true, but...
Oui, monsieur.
I have aggro on the way forward. I sent multiple spies to Moscow. And to be fair, I did assume not all of them would make it. So this next turn will form up for the march on brain please, Istanbul, and we will land the troops in Stockholm. Then after that, we'll actually take both cities. But he's just realised he's fucked up Royal. Luckily, the marching tattoo, that is, the Ottoman Empire, will soon end. Yes? Yeah. Have the Ottomans really done anything significant this game? Waste my time. And to be fair, they did engage the Austrians, kept them busy for a significant period of time, giving me really a free hand. Not be able to focus elsewhere.
Oui, milord. La nuit est mon ami.
Monsieur, vos ordres.
Je me mets à côté.
Oui, monsieur. Autre chose, écrasez-les.
One off.
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres, monsieur.
And I can actually bring aggro forward.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
I can get the siege on
Préparez-vous à
Istanbul.
vos ordres.
I would
Marchez.
prefer not to.
Troupes,
That
en
means he's going to
avant.
have this army there as well. Means this fight's going to actually be somewhat difficult. Not Belgrade, is it? The game can't understand the difference between Paris and Belgrade. Innocent mistake, I can assure you. Right, this is actually quite a nice army. Where to send them? Probably next to Lemberg.
À gauche.
I'll move them in the direction of Copenhagen just in case the Danish decide to go for it instead of, you know,
Préparez les troupes.
actually instead of reacting to Stockholm. And I must assume that the AI isn't quite that brain dead.
Vous désirez.
It did in fact send multiple spies to Moscow, assuming not all of them would make it.
Voir
I do have a fucking good number of spies watching his cities there now. He kind of can't move in his own borders without me noticing. Russia is the last great nation left, so yeah. Other than myself, of course. Considering half of the map is okay there. Surrender demanded. No. Had to assume he was smart enough to do that. Luckily, I've already got an army on the way up to deal with it. They should be able to fall on that, and the Stockholm army should be able to fall on Copenhagen at around the same time, so we should be alright. I've also noticed he's got an army in Norway that's just not moved. No. Sends that army back north. Alright, if he wants to be completely suicidal. Zagreb I can actually build up. Factory. I think I've done just about everything here. At this point I'm just building up an enormous war chest. Not that I'm going to need it. Man, off to Valletta with you. Anything else? Is Spain unoccupied that? Well, alrighty then. Don't mind if I diddly do. Let's have a look then.
Monsieur,
We'll move Napoleon there.
troupes, prêts à
Move
recevoir
Anglo in for the siege. Fine.
Personne ne nous vaincra.
Empire Istanbul. Nope, mine. Lovely. And is that... Yep. Ottoman Empire destroyed. Oh, they also get their own little video. Very good. Shit repaired. Start training the horde of militia. So then I can leave.
Tenez-vous prêts.
Move Napoleon in position, ready for the spring offensive.
On attend.
Anglo can spend some turns in Istanbul, kind of keeping the locals down for now. That's a university, huh? Good try. Another university. Got two. Good lord. That is disgusting. Would rename if I could. But this game does not let you. I'm mad. But it is Napoleonople, let it be known.
Oui, monsieur.
Fine.
Commencez le siège. Formez une ligne de bataille. Autre chose.
Witness the return of Sweden.
Prêt. Tenez-vous prêts.
In marching him south. Where's the...
Monsieur. Bataillon, prêt.
That way. Lovely. To be fair, both these armies can insert north because that lets them knock out St. Petersburg and Novgorod very quickly, providing a direct threat to Moscow, which he can't ignore. Even if Napoleon himself is invading from the south. But we'll have a few turns to get everybody to where they need to be. My estimations were okay. They take too long and too much. Really, they take too long to improve and to research what I'm asking of them.
Je me cache.
I got an achievement. Have 10 protectorates at one time. Hell yeah. Need to start trading with them both, I think. Seriously trying that with an inferior army. Again. Someday they'll work it out.
Clicking on the infiltrate button means your agent will begin spying upon arrival.
A lot of stuff that just happened. Luckily for me, I kind of don't care about what happens to my spies. Belgrade can go up. So. Already a court of appeal, so I don't need to worry about that. Can he leave?
En avant. Monsieur. Marchez.
Yes. I also won't need quite as much militia as expected. Buying in.
Monsieur.
Fed him into
Tenez-vous prêts.
Napoleon's army. February is still not the right time to begin the fight. Fight to end all fights. Big fight.
Prêt. Immédiatement.
Voir sans être vu.
should be able to fall on. Yeah, we can. We can fall on Copenhagen on the same turn. Sweet.
À vos ordres.
It's a gentleman.
En avant. Marchez.
It's just some nerd with a book. Stop. With immediate effect. Yeah, trade agreement and become my protectorate. I will quite happily pay you for this. I do have entirely too much money. Become my protectorate. Ooh, you're cheesing me. You're cheesing me. Oh, rather, Romania I can now trade with. I have a land bridge with them. Poland I should be trading with. And what of Hungary I can now trade with? Thank you. Sweden don't like me. Because of historical grievances. Interesting. No trade agreement. What about Norway? Can't trade with them because apparently their ports are full. Yeah. Oh, it's a dockyard, not a trade route. Following. Right, well, we're about ready to conduct the pincer on Copenhagen. Even his navy's present. Interesting. We will push up that way. There. 5 armies are in position for the invasion spring. With any luck, we can get the 2 armies in the north ready to do the same. And they can provide the northernmost and most direct threat to Moscow. Yes, I say this. They're actually coming in on the end now. Wow, he's actually sallying forth to meet me. You have more balls than I anticipated. 1 12-pounder, 4 cav. You done? I'll quite happily take this fight. Okay, we've not had a fight in a little while, so growing concerned that this would be the campaign, the battle portion of the campaign would be over. Let's see. Arranged himself in a very, very, very long line. So we'll, he's attack me so I can back up. Remember what happened last time. He just charged his infantry into me, facing little to no. Of course, we've actually got some very nice guards here now. I mean, by rights, these troops should be with Napoleon, but Napoleon is in Greece at the minute, so got a ways to go. So instead, they get the honor of being the most aggressive troops in the invasion of Russia. Instead of favouring one side, we'll have the Volgias spread out as flank protection, and then we have full-on Carabiniers. Carabiniers. Generals in where it could be. Now, that side's looking quite unprotected. Then stretch out. I'm not going to bother with fire in advance this time. Didn't go too well for me last time. Get the stakes in the ground ahead of time rather than before. Light dragoons. We can take those, can't we, lads? These guys are very heavy cavalry. I've also got the drip to prove it. Oh. Did you see that? That rebounded off that hill and into that cavalry.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Get people where they need to be sooner rather than later. Again. Bring in for the attack on the artillery. I'd like to see just how tough this cavalry is. Those dragoons have just been chewed up by the cannons. And before they can even get into formation, the charge goes off. See how much damage they can do. They're now taking heavy losses, so pull them out. Goons. If they're going to hesitate, then kill the cavalry, kill the artillery. That's the prior. There they go. Right, cool. Now, just pull the cavalry out. Oh, that's a shattered unit. Oh, good. That's fine. If they're just getting hung up on a shattered unit, then there's not an awful lot I can do about it. Okay, cool. Nice stakes. You retreat faster so you don't risk gunfire. That'd be grand, thank you. Right, well, that went well. The point where I'm actually going to swing this formation forward, making those anti-flanking stakes largely pointless. Dude, that was friendly fire I just witnessed there. They shoot. Like he's struggling to get his cannonballs through that forest. Right. He is following my cavalry around. Cool. They're not going to be present for the actual coming fight. They've ventured into range of the canister shot, so that's what they're going to get. Them run so they don't get shot at. Would be very nasty. Considering these are very nice cavalry and would be an enormous pain in the ass to replace. Got already an enemy infantry unit backing up. Lovely. Thinking he's starting to regret his choice to attack me here. Which unit specifically, though, are you firing for? It's just the very end of that unit, which is in canister shot range, but I'll take it. Still more kills than I would have gotten with ball, so it is what it is. Be guarding over here with general, a emaciated unit of dragoons, dragoons with cavalry. Lots of dragoons, really. I think I can take this. I'll start walking the cavalry over. Walking. It's not necessary for them to run just yet. Go down to canister. And this is the bulk of his force, but by no means all of it. Glorious. That's interesting. The animation on the
our general is under attack.
animation on the reloading has changed. One must wonder if that's because I've got better technology now. One. Yeah, if that's how it's going to be, then I'm going to move this unit up. No. Yeah. Then have Boggers watch that approach. Jesus. They just try to put buttons and get shredded. tired. They're going for the charge. They're certainly free to do. No enemy infantry are within canister shot range any further, so they can go back to ball. He's going to charge me with vastly inferior numbers of inferior cavalry, then he can reap the whirlwind of that decision. I want to say those are friendly balls that are impacting nearby. He's pushing them in at an angle, which is unfavourable for him. And I've also got the Volgears able to fire on him. Maybe not in full effect though. Round. By arranging himself like that, he's at risk of engaging another formation. Only just now was he firing back, and he's already lost like 45 men. Isn't someone actually going to be shooting at any point today? No, you're all reloading. Okay. Cavalry are currently still safe. Lovely. Right, the second infantry push comes in and is already getting shredded. And canister rounds. Oh, cool. Oh, I just made these cannons and are already getting ranks. Lovely. This is literally this army's first battle. Oh, I would have honestly given up by now. I would have backed off. Bend this line in a bit. Gauge that formation that's coming in just there. They're currently running in, so I'm not going to bother changing them out of canister. Shattered. I even had to move the bloody guards this time. That unit looks quite fresh, so I don't know where the fuck that one's been this entire fight. Now that that's happening. Go. Now that their backline is unguarded and you are rested. That's a break. And there. It's not the full shatter yet, but it's getting close. There. Just formation. That's a shatter there. Thanks for the free cannons, jackass. And this is a pretty untouched unit of light dragoons. Let's see how they match up against my heavy cavalry. We shouldn't do too well, but let's see how this runs. They are taking losses, but I think he's taking more. He's already down to half his number. He'll break soon enough. He's already down to shaken. I think that's all of his infantry that are just out now. And that's broken. Run forward. I think it also doesn't help that these formations don't really have any ranks on them. They're quite fresh. Obviously that will be fixed with time, but they've got to survive that long first. Wavering. This is just general as well. Broken. Forward. Yeah, literally this cannon is the last Danish unit on the field left fighting. That'll be the end of that. Very good. That's this battle over with. I've noticed I've literally not won anything. I've won nothing other than
Fier et victorieux.
a heroic victory. And I must wonder what the criteria it's using to judge is. If it is literally just like portion of forces preserved versus enemy losses dealt. It might just be that simple.
Occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited.
You know, I'm sure there are. All of my agents have been detected. I'm not in any way surprised. Yeah. We can move on from there. Right, next. Oh. Factories, I think it's all done. Yeah. To be honest, I don't think I need to invest much in economic anymore. I've already got such a float. It is spring. First things first.
Prêt. Immédiatement.
Oh, he actually took the fight. He has more balls than I think he does.
À vos ordres. Bataillon.
Across the way.
Monsieur, descendre. Ils
And
sont
this
faits.
is Squish. I'll occupy Copenhagen. It's a valuable strait.
Monsieur,
You, sir. Swedensport.
en avant.
You start heading that way. Get on the boat. Be ready to move out. Next turn we will begin. Next time we will begin training militia. Yes, ranks all good, good and in time for the coming wolf time. Tell ya. Right. And in that case, all that remains is to get these gentlemen in position and ready. Do this endeavor. I will split the fleet. You can actually already get on. Yep. So I should have taken into account replenishment. But that's fine. It just means we'll lead with Sol here. We'll lead with Sol, and then we can get some replenishment in Finland, I think. That means next turn he'll get on his ship, and we'll get them in position. Which is where I think I'll leave it. I'll get everybody ready to go, and then that'll be the Great War with Russia. Yes, it's actually been a very productive session, for once. Yes, I do believe this is the penultimate session of Napoleon. Yes, I've got Naples to deal with, but I can. That's not hard at all. Intellectual advancement was national propaganda, morale and happiness to everyone. Right. That moves Orléans onto percussion caps. I'll be honest with you, I think it's doubtful that we'll ever see them. Because I'll probably have Russia dead by the time we get that tech. United States introduced an embargo following unprovoked access by the Royal Navy toward American shipping. But this measure would prevent the United States from being drawn into war with Napoleon by the British due to their trade relationship with France. Unsurprisingly, the legislation was highly unpopular. Safe enough to... Hey? President declaring the United States safe enough from entering the conflict. Okay, so... Apparently the Americans aren't going to enter the conflict anytime soon. Wasn't expecting them to, honestly. I think that would have been a good event for the British, as it would have enabled them to it would have probably jumped their trade income. Somehow, I don't think that's going to be relevant, and hasn't been relevant for some time now. Considering the British are dead. Well, no, they're not dead. They're just Anglois now. Pretty good. Copenhagen's on fire, but I'm fixing it. You, sir. I suppose you could get on this boat here.
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres?
You can help us out in the north. There we go.
En avant!
Underway. It weirds me out that this many thousands of men can fit on like 4 ships. I don't think cargo capacity is a thing in this game, which is odd. You two back into invasion positions.
Autre chose? En avant! Troupes! En avant!
Now it's just a case of those guys getting ready.
Monsieur?
That is a full stack in Wallachia, so well, near enough a full stack. So I would rather wait just there. Let's push you up to there. Let's not leave this too late.
En avant! Pour la couronne et le pays!
That's not then.
À vos ordres!
If we advance on other fronts before we go there. Wait a month. I honestly don't think I'm going to wait that long, honestly. With my forces in position as they are now. The great irony being that I'll declare the war with Russia and then that'll be the end. Oh well. I believe that's what they call in showbiz a cliffhanger. Oh, then they'll kick off the fight.
Préparez-vous pour la bataille!
And everybody gets called. This is big war. Everybody's involved.
Village assiégé! Serviteur. Opération de siège en préparation! Sonnez le
Very
rappel
good.
pour la bataille!
Right. And with the official declaration of the war again, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. This is almost certainly the second to last session of Napoleon. Then after this, the next session will be the trampling and defeat of Russia. At which point, well, the map currently looks like that. I do find it quite funny, but apparently Sweden hate me, and I find that extremely funny. But honestly, what are they going to do about it? What are they going to do? Cry to Denmark? Oh wait, so yeah. Oh no, I still can't. Because I don't have a land border with them. Yeah, really, there's only southern Italy left to go. Great Scotland exists, they do. They are my protectorate. Scotland and Ireland exist. I released them from the oppressive, traitorous yoke of the English. So yes, they both exist. Ships going. Actually, instead of the big ass ships. Not the Welsh. Well, funny enough, they weren't an option. Only have 3 of those. Bomb catch. Paddle frigate. Right. Oh, only that can build them because it's a steam harbour. All right, following you. Normal frigates for you for now then. Yeah, so you don't get the option to release the Welsh. They're just apparently considered English, which is frankly accurate. So, but they've been under British control or English control for well over 1,000 years at this point. The idea of Welsh independence is frankly funny. Not because it's the Welsh, but because A, you're tiny, you'll never survive, and B, you've been under English control for like over 100 years. Our cultures are indelibly entwined now. In fact, the fact that the Welsh have existed as a separate culture for this long is nothing short of impressive. Nice. I think then. Oh no. We'll make the rest of the opening moves this turn.
Préparez-vous pour la guerre!
Poland. Nope, mine. And if I diddly do.
Fier et victorieux!
And then that's Riga. Very good. Just like that. Just like that, I have seized 3 cities from the Welsh, from the Russians.
Monsieur? Prêt à recevoir vos ordres?
I think,
Monsieur?
yeah, I think I'll just take Vilnius
Pour la bataille! Hurrah! Hurrah!
and cut those Russians off from their supply line. 4. Ah, there. Yes, cat.
Troupes, en avant!
Right, and then I position him there, ready. See which way these guys go, so that I think this is yeah, Marchand and Murat, Massana rather. Murat's dead. The Marchand and Massana can tackle what looks to be a very large portion of the Russian army. Probably not the bulk of it, but a good deal of it. Right. Yes, and that's the opening moves in the war with Russia, and we have already advanced across the first layer of their defense. Now, given it's going to be, there's quite a lot of country between where we are and the Russian heartland. Really, Belgorod, Kiev, Smolensk, Novgorod. There's St. Petersburg as well, but we got a plan for that. Yeah, right, that'll be me then. Thanks for watching. Again, the fact that people like to see this is a massive weight off my mind. Yeah. So, yeah, fuck me, I'm just blown away by how far I got on this one. Like, most of Europe is blue. I would bring up a bigger map if I could, but yeah. But, yeah. This was the penultimate stream. Next time will be the ultimate stream. And that'll probably be the end of Napoleon. And what total are we going for next? My plan, generally, I'll put it out for a poll. Once this is done, I put a poll up for this one, funnily enough. And people voted overwhelmingly in favour of France, and, oh well, to be fair to them. So yeah, I'll be doing it again. Only this poll's probably going to be a bit more comprehensive. But all it is just I'm going to put up factions across multiple total wars that I'm willing to play. That I would not object to playing at that point in time. And then it's just a straw poll, which you can give multiple answers to. So you just check each one you wouldn't mind watching, and then most votes wins. In the event of a tie, I'll decide myself which one I would prefer to go. Yeah, and that's what it is. The only stipulation being, I don't want to play the same Total War over and over. So the only Total War game that won't appear will be Napoleon. But it will return after I've done the next one, if that makes sense. Because Total War is now going to be just a thing that I'm doing. Like, Total War is now a permanent facet of the channel. I love Total War to bits. I've played it endlessly for years. So yeah, I'll just start doing it. Because I own all of them, save for Troy and Farah, because I really don't care for either of them. Yeah. But yeah, that extends to the Warhammers. That extends to the and across all the historicals, and even a couple of mods. Like the 1212 mod, for example. I wouldn't mind doing that. But yeah. That's really all I got. To be fair, Warhammer Total War can probably happen alongside anyway, because I tend to do Warhammer stuff on Wednesdays anyway. So sometimes if I feel like it, I'll just play one then, even if I've got another Total War going. You own Total War Arena now? Good point. No, I don't. And I would be very sad if any of you do. But because that was a very attempt for them to make it multiplayer. It didn't go well. Yeah. I think, yeah, that's about it. Oh, right. No, I think that's it. But yes, there was a Total War game, and I don't mean the ports. Yes, I know the ones you mean. I am also disappointed by their existence. But yeah, is anybody we like streaming? I enjoyed my stay. Thank you very much. I try. I got a few people. Was my answer. Yes. The lies being unearthed. Shut up, you. Yes. Do have Roman medieval 2 on my phone. But yes, yeah, if this has been something that you've enjoyed, apologies if you just turned out now. This is the end. But yeah, please consider dropping a follow. This has been amazing. This will be going up on YouTube. And yeah, see you again tomorrow for, I believe it's BFGA tomorrow. Yeah, BFGA. Follow me? Man, fuck you. Yeah. Follow me. Yeah. Right. Have a good night, everyone.